We're gonna get this lobby started here. Sorry. Hello everybody, I'm 43D3D3, Steven D'Agostino with Denver Drone Company with the Indoor Simulator Racing Series. And tonight is race 4 of the series. We're about halfway through. Let's look at the standings real quick. In first place we're gonna have, oh, you know what? I could actually add this nifty little leaderboard that I made. Just 1 second. I'm gonna make this happen. Sorry for the black screen, just a moment. Add source, browse. There we go. So right now we have Crash FPV in first place in the enthusiast class with Akuru shortly behind him and Slippy in third place. And we have MP Miller in first place, Cameron in second place, and Bumper and Peep tied for third place in the advanced class here. So let's see if those standings are going to change around at all tonight. I imagine Crash will end up keeping first place, and I imagine MP Miller will end up keeping first place, but thank you to the sponsors for tonight's racing, the other guys, Colorado Drone Racing, CBD Janes, and Remote Control Hobbies, Smoky Hill. The other guys, Colorado Drone Racing is one of the most premier drone racing groups in Colorado. You can find them on Facebook. You can also find CBD Janes and Remote Control Hobbies, Smoky Hill on Facebook. And without too much further ado, let's get into some racing here. Who's talking trash?
I will not respond to anything other than that. Danger.
Alright, so I'm going to go hot with the stream, so nothing controversial, okay?
Oh, now he's live.
No, I was live, but I just had desktop audio muted. Yeah, I heard you all talking trash.
Don't forget to call it Trash Crash on the stream.
We've decided that Crash FPV will no longer be associated with the name just Crash. If you don't add trash to it, you're disqualified.
You're DQ'd, immediate DQ. That's a microaggression.
That's a microaggression.
Microaggression. Micro.
Okay, so the lobby's live. Same as last time, just the 3 letters.
Oh, all right.
Okay, before we get started, I'm gonna go grab a drink, and then I'm good to go.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Get your Diet Coke.
That's Max. What are you
That's what
talking
Max
about?
drinks.
I'm not
You're
dumb
gonna get
like it.
Hey.
Dr. Pepper.
I don't know. I like. See, you
what's it
can't
called
talk
again?
trash about Diet Coke and then go say you drink Dr. Pepper.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Dr. Pepper's
What are
way
you
better.
talking about?
Dr. Pepper is superior.
Whatever.
To
Tastes
Diet
flat.
Coke?
Superior to Mountain
Bro,
Dew.
come on.
Like, dude.
Dr.
Mountain Dew's
Pepper to
it.
Diet Coke? Are we really making that comparison right now? Is this
No,
controversial?
I'm not
Sorry.
saying Diet. I'm not. No, here's the thing. I'm not saying Dr. Pepper to Diet Coke. I'm saying Dr. Pepper is subpar to all other sodas.
We're
Oh,
asking
I'm
the real
sorry for your
questions right
taste
now.
buds, my friend.
Damn.
Have you considered putting the stream as not Velocidrone and putting it somewhere else like Valorant, so people who are looking for Valorant come across our stream? That'd be some high IQ stuff right there.
Yeah,
Uh,
except for there's what,
Valorant
5,000 people streaming Valorant?
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 people streaming Velocidrone, and
All right, you might be right here. This might be a flawed plan.
Just Valorant with nothing with Valorant.
My roommate's playing
Yeah.
Valorant right now.
I could put it on DRL Simulator though.
Oh yeah. I got in
Twitch
trouble
viewers would
for
dumb, they don't know.
streaming Tiny Whoop Go on Velocidrone.
Do what?
Or I guess I didn't get in trouble. They just told me.
The
to
internet police
stop.
came to your house.
Yeah, the internet police came.
The VD
Got
police.
swatted.
Jesse Perkins himself came to my house.
He's like, hey, cut it out.
He's like, "Hey, dude."
That's not very
Maybe
cash
under-
money of you.
Actually
Can't
took
get
out the
Tiny
flag
Whip
on Facebook this time.
Yeah. That's not good for the brand, my friend.
Well, it would be cool if they made Tiny Whip Go a game that you could select or whatever category. It's not a category yet, so you have to put it custom.
Brand new.
Yep.
Does it seem like everybody creating those Go tracks is just creating monstrous like world tracks?
Have you not seen my tracks, bro?
Looks like a Picasso painting.
I literally made Prost. And I made Soul Squared Brewery, which is up here in Wellington. Like, perfect. But it's not live yet.
To go live.
Trash Crash is on my tail.
I'm coming for you.
You guys aren't even in a race and he's coming for you.
I know.
Dude, take a shortcut, Crash.
All right, word.
Cheat it, cheat it.
DDoS.
Alright, I'm gonna grab a shot.
CMX.
Nice.
Oh, god damn it. I was taking my time through those tubes.
Sorry, I had to go get a nice big cup of ice water in my Yeti brand cooler cup. I'm not sponsored by Yeti, but I mean like Yeti if you want to. Like,
Hey, hit us up.
hit me up.
Otterbox.
Otterbox, Yeti, Red Bull, you
I'm
name
not
it.
sponsored by Ozark Trail, dude.
Monster.
Ozark Trail.
How many people watch VRL?
7. It got to be at least 7.
There's a fixed
It's gotta be
number,
more
you
than
know?
us, and we, but not much.
Do you want to start the race?
Sure.
Really quick?
I'll make
Is
sure.
this a practice one or what?
No, it's normal. DDC.
Meaning like, well, no, like.
No, this is it. This is it, Cam. And this is your heat against Max, too, so.
Okay, sick.
Wow.
Let's do this.
Gas.
Is that practice?
This is practice, yes.
This
Oh,
is an
gosh,
hour.
Right.
You're scared.
Because
me,
I'm actually
bro.
kind of pacing with Max a little bit.
I hit a
As soon as I
pipe
say
with like
that,
a
I'm going
reset.
to crash. So, just don't call me trash.
Yeah, you have to say the whole thing.
My
We'll
dad
just
works
call
at
you
Microsoft.
TC.
He'll have you banned from Velocitron.
TC.
Yeah, well, my dad works at
TC
Nintendo,
for
and he
short.
told me that Waluigi is going to be in Smash Ultimate.
That's just
Was he
not true.
real?
That's just. It was believable up until that last second.
Trying to keep up with Max on the cameras.
Oh my.
Did you put him? Did you put him next to the lanes, like in NASCAR, like inside the building?
They are inside the building, yes.
That'd be cool. It's like.
There's also one in the
Zoom.
first ring. So when you guys take off the line, I'm going to be in the first gate, watching you go through.
All right, I'll make sure to miss that.
Yo, is Peep even flying right now?
No, I just said I'm not flying.
Oh well. Rip.
Sorry if somebody else wanted that spot.
There
No,
wasn't
no, no,
anybody
no,
else in
no,
here
no.
at the time.
I'm already flying. Like I'm flying. I'm asking if you're flying because you said
Oh.
you're coming for my points. So.
I am, but there's no points in this.
He's not showing you his hand. You don't know how fast he is.
Yeah, I'm not.
That
That
means
might
I'm not
be
gonna race in
my-
front of you.
My
actually well
pocket
played.
aces, bro.
Hey Max, I'm gonna watch
Knows
your
maybe you're
camera
bluffing.
so that we can get a track walk through here. So just keep flying the track.
Wait, yeah, Razy said that the leader will pop up on my screen.
Oh,
Well,
139.
keep flying, dude. It's transparent.
That's all right.
Mm. Screwball is delicious.
So this is the track that I designed
What are
for
you drinking right
tonight's race.
I have some.
Don't really have a
shooters
name
of
for it, but I
Screwball.
really like this bando track.
It's kind of like the new
This
Fireball.
part right here has the option to go 3 different routes.
But it's a peanut butter whiskey and it tastes straight up
It's up
like
to the
peanut
pilots to
butter.
decide which is best for them. If any of them are fast, through the slaloms, then you're gonna go through these 5 rings here.
It's
Drop
like a
straight
shot
down into
of
the split S, through the
good
window and
peanut
orbit
butter
around the wall
syrup
there.
that isn't syrupy.
Hit the big gap and go out and
Spicy
turn
peanut
through
butter.
these windows. Descend
Can you
into
guys
the first
remind me
floor.
whose
Spicy.
profile is the rates profile?
I just gotta say yuck.
turn,
What
turn,
about the
turn,
rates?
up and
So
straight.
1, 2,
angle,
and
rate,
3.
and horizon, which profile is the rate profile? Is it 3 or 1?
Gonna go back
3.
up to the root,
Thank
slalom,
you.
Oh, you're flying
down.
acro?
There we go.
I'm gonna try it.
That's
This
the
track
track.
wants it, don't you think?
Hey, Flippy,
There are
Make
some
sure you
spots. It's nice.
make sure you turn air mode on in rate mode. Or it's a different setting, but
Where am I finding it?
it's in the quad settings.
Okay,
Yeah,
not in
the
the
little,
profile.
I still need to
I
try.
changed quads and I forgot to turn it on, and it's way easier to get through the tubes with air mode on.
I still need to try. Shoot, what was it that you said to do the other night? Lowering the D for acro mode.
What are so if you're working on profile 2, does that only do stuff to horizon mode?
Yeah.
Angle.
Is 1.
No. Well, I don't know. I'm on profile too.
Oops.
Yeah, so am I. And when I make edits to it, it changes stuff.
Yeah,
There we go.
mine too.
It says
I'm
your
not-
mode in the top right corner, doesn't it?
Yeah, it says like angle, horizon, or
Well,
acro, or whatever rate.
Horizon's big gross. Oh, I hit a wall because I was talking.
Way to go.
tubes are gonna be the death of me. I'm not gonna lie.
I really am trash.
Or this wall.
Trying to get the
You
camera
guys ever
movement
find
down.
anything on NFE race mode?
Tried it yet.
Last season I was racing the beta with silverware and NFE.
NFE's weird, man. I'm just not used to it. I can't fly it.
Is Fritz here
Cause
already?
what is it? It's
No.
what is it? Pitch. Pitch is stabilized, but roll isn't.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Or is it the other way?
The opposite. You'll have rate mode for pitch. You're gonna have angle mode for your roll.
Oh, so roll is stabilized. I don't know any fast guys who actually race that though,
What?
Pretty good, isn't it?
with
Horizon?
NFE on.
Not fast
No,
enough,
it's not Horizon. It's like half Horizon, half angle.
That's weird.
stands for not fast enough.
Isn't Horizon just half
Yeah.
angle, half acro?
Angle where you can go past the limit.
Horizon doesn't have a limit, yeah. So Horizon, you can go all the way forward or all the way sideways, but it'll still try to revert you back to upright.
29's fast. Is that a 135 max?
What?
Is that a 135? Yeah, it's fast. Okay, here you are.
95.
I have a confession to make, boys. This entire time I've been flying with a USB steering wheel.
You're
What?
lying.
To start this match, not
lying.
only am I going to put my actual receiver in, I'm going to hand the controller to my older brother.
You know what, Crash? I've been flying with a Guitar Hero controller.
You guys are
So,
Fine with a rear mode.
Unbelievable.
Get at me, bro. I'm using tilt controls.
I'm using a rear mode.
Are you kidding me, bro? Hey, are you kidding me, bro? I'm fine with that Guitar Hero DJ mixer, man. Come on.
The DJ
DJ
Hero.
Hero.
Yeah, step
I'm
it
using
up.
That's-
and drums.
This is gonna-
Trim- Trim, Slippy, or Bumper, do you guys need to fly?
Give
I'm
Trim
good.
my spot for sure.
need
I'm
more
sure he
warm-up,
wants some.
too.
Yeah, I'm
Who's
good too.
using the kicker part of the drum set.
You can probably
Thank you,
toss
Peep.
Max, Peep, and Crash out of
Yeah, I never
Max
agreed to that,
while
but
we-
now I-
Yeah, that's true.
We've gotten a lot of practice.
No.
Yes, Max.
Yes, Max.
Yes, Max.
Okay.
I'm playing with the Xbox 360 Kinect, but only the voice.
See, that's my problem. I'm using the NES Power Glove.
Yeah, I'm using the power glove.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Could you imagine though? That'd be awesome.
One of
Oculus.
the old school Duck Hunter games.
Yeah, I'm just
Where it
trying
projects
to
on-
yell at Rob right
Pinball
now.
machine.
Remember that
Sorry,
microphone that came out for
controller for
N64 for the Hey You Pikachu game? Didn't
Yeah.
work for anything. Sometimes it does feel like I'm using that to fly.
Oh, I'm using the Pokeball made for Pokemon Go.
I'm using the pace counter that came with the DS game Pokemon Gold.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, my dad works at Game Shark.
Yeah, I'm using Game Shark.
All right, so we'll run this practice heat and then one more practice heat, and then we'll go to we'll get started with the racing.
I'm using my Commodore 64.
My Mario Paint didn't work too well.
Oh man.
The mouse.
Ah, what? No, 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 no.
So far we have
Please
Cameron
stop
FPV out in front.
Whatever you're doing.
Where's my cursor? Jeez, there it is.
Oh,
That was
that
so
just made me
difficult.
think of something that'd be really cool. I know arcades aren't super popular anymore, but imagine a drone racing arcade game where you have two big joysticks.
How dare you talk about arcades like that?
Their whole goal is to make people fly in drones, like you sit in it and actually pilot it.
Oh, that's sketchy, bro.
Yeah, that's why this year's
What?
DCL drones look strange, because they're just miniature models of the one that they've built for a person.
They can piss right off.
Yeah.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, and probably the most dangerous thing I've ever heard.
So I've piloted a plane before, and
Nobody's gonna watch a sport that has that many.
Yeah,
guys.
do you want to
Yeah.
race planes?
Red Bull does. I totally do.
No, that's just gonna open up a lot more DRL spots. Type thing.
Because they're all fucking crashing.
Yeah, they're all gonna die, dude.
Vanover and Nurk just do a midair, and next thing you know.
Screw that. I think part of the draw of drone racing is the fact that you're not going to kill the pilot if you crash.
Well.
You remember Bill Burr talking about putting a gerbil in the quads just to raise the stakes for racing?
That's
No.
really messed up.
That feels like a bad
I
idea.
don't think the world would be really missing gerbils, but still.
Yeah, but you feel so bad.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Dude, next gen is that you get electrocuted yourself like that old Bond movie. So the game actually causes pain.
All right, now we're getting into
there
Black
was-
Mirror territory.
There was a game show that I think was on network
Nickelodeon?
TV for like one series called The Chair. And you either had to choose to go between a room that was either super hot or like a little thing, or super cold. And it was hosted by McIntyre. What's his name? John McIntyre.
John
the
McIntyre?
tennis player.
John McEnroe?
Oh, McEnroe.
McEnroe, thank you. Yeah, he
I'll throw
hosted
that
it. It was called The Chair, and they went in these like hotter than a sauna or colder than a freezer, and then had to answer questions, and they're like getting hypothermia and heat exhaustion
Oh,
and shit.
jeez.
Heat exhaustion's no fun.
How long did they have you?
Oh,
How long did they have them in there for?
yeah, heat exhaustion, heat sickness.
I enjoy it.
Sucks.
I don't know
Yeah.
about you guys.
I
No, you
enjoy
don't,
it.
Max.
I
Don't shame.
Steven?
So
Yes.
Is he here? Or is he talking to stream?
Am I muted?
He might be in stream.
Gosh darn it! No, I've been talking to everybody this whole time.
I'm in,
I do this
I'm in
all
Air
the
Force
time.
ROTC at my college.
Lamau.
Because I want to be a pilot.
Hey, yo, Steven,
And,
when we getting over tonight? Like, when the racing gonna end?
You guys only have 5 rounds, so it shouldn't take too long for the advanced class. And then there's also only 3 heats for each round tonight, so shouldn't be too long.
Cool.
How
Do
many
you
do you
need
need
to
for
end
this
early, Cameron?
I don't know. I just have a friend who rarely ever gets online, and he's online for a short period of time tonight, so.
Oh, so kind of like when you were working but actually playing Fortnite?
Did you not see that I was AFK, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so you know that you were AFK, so you said it that way on purpose.
You can wait. You can actually say it that way. I actually didn't. know that.
Oh yeah, sure you didn't, Cam.
Yeah, you
Wait,
can
wait.
set it on like the sleep mode or whatever.
I don't buy that for a
I
second.
believe that,
Let me
I
look at
believe
this.
that you
Let me
went to
look
work,
at
dude.
Settings. Where's this? I actually genuinely want to know because I didn't know you could do that.
I
Mm-hmm.
think
Streamer mode, appearance.
it's not user
appearance?
settings. It's when you click your picture. In the
Yeah, you
lower
click
left,
your icon at the bottom left, and you can change your
And you can hit
status.
idle.
Oh,
shit,
Trim,
look
go.
at that. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, do I need to send you my time card? Sue me. I was out at work. Which for the
Well-
first time in 3 months, I'm actually very happy.
No, it's okay. Let's just take a look at this leaderboard real quick here. Just you're 4 points behind Miller.
Me?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
How many
yeah, with a 15
points
and
is
19.
Peep behind Cameron?
Peep is
Well, Peep and
18.
Bumper.
Peep and Bumper are both 6 points behind Cameron.
Okay.
So let's all right. You want to go over the standings real quick? I've got them up on the stream, but so for enthusiasts, Crash has 20 points.
Sure.
Okuru has 17. Slippy has 14. So that's your podium so far for enthusiast. And we've got Sour Power at 11, Jimmy at 8, Trim at 8, Toby at 2, Monkey at 2, and I have Riot at 0. I have to double check that one and see if there was supposed to be a buy point given for the first race.
Sour Power is coming for that podium.
Yeah, he is. And then for advanced class, we got Miller with 19, MP Miller with 19, my apologies, Cameron FPV with 15, Bumper with 9, Peep FPV with 9, Fade FPV with 8, Carpenter FPV with 7, and Quans with 4.
So what is it? 1 point per win against
Right,
Whoever your
whoever you're
rival is.
facing?
correct.
Okay.
How many rounds have we had? 20? Because someone has 20 points, right? Crash has 20
Yep.
points, I think.
Crash has 20 points, yeah. That was for enthusiast,
no,
though.
but he lost one.
Yeah, he lost 1, so there have been, I guess, 21
So there's
rounds in
21.
enthusiast.
No, I did we count the first series?
Yes, I did.
No. Oh,
Yeah, then we had 21. I thought you said you weren't gonna do that.
No, so what I did was I went back through the stream and marked down,
Oh, you
marked
took
down.
the times?
Yeah, I marked down the times and the laps for every heat, and then
So much work.
I watched it on 2x speed, so it's
No,
whatever.
thanks for doing that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Because
it's
looking
my
at
fault.
the times would give you an accurate.
Exactly. Yeah, I
way to
just
do it.
I went through and made a bracket for it based on who all we had for it, and then just assign people points for their battle, their head-to-head heat, based on how many laps and what time.
Very curious as to which exit everyone's taking on the stretch before the slalom. Which exit is everyone taking?
not through
Oh,
the door.
before you go up to the roof?
I'm
Like
taking the little
yeah.
door.
You're taking the tiny
Are you
door,
serious?
really? Is that
I'm
not.
going right. I think
going right.
I think the top speeds are going right.
I'm going middle. Wait, you mean
So
you're
I'm
going
running
right?
through
Middle. He's just going
There
through
is
the
no
wall.
middle.
He's going through the wall.
No, no. So
Yeah, there's a
you're
middle. He's
taking
he,
it straight and then
Yeah.
taking a hard left to another straightaway.
Wait, which part of the track you talking
So
about?
go to the green like reverse split S. There's a
I'm
blue
actually
guy
on that
flying
right
around
now.
over here.
Oh, here. I'll come up there. Okay, I see you.
Oh, that hard left. No, there's no one takes that.
Where are you? Who's where?
I was where
you can't see
I'm
Peep.
behind Tio. I'm behind Cameron.
Okay.
see you.
Yeah. So you take the door.
No. I go right. Bumper goes left. He said.
Oh, I mean right.
There's three
'Cause
ways.
right to me means this over here.
There's right
The
in
middle.
No. Where are you?
There are 3 paths there. One of them is just kind of
There's 3.
Yeah, there are 3.
So you've
Oh,
got the
shit.
door, you've got the
There
hole in the
are
wall,
3.
and then you've just got
Okay,
the hallway
okay.
where you hard right and
I've
sprint
never even
down.
noticed that right path as a viable one.
Okay. So when most people are saying right, they mean
So,
middle.
They
okay.
mean middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the
middle.
proper way to do that would be to come up with just a 180 left-hand turn,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. The door, I did the door on my first probably like 10 practice laps here, or 10 practice races. because I thought that it was a shortcut.
Yeah.
But I realized that coming through that door,
You
the
have to
turn
really-
that you have to make to
Yeah,
get back
it
into
slows
that
you far down.
is slower. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was any
All
other
right.
way to go until you guys were separating from me right there.
So one more time, thank you to our
The
sponsors for
center
tonight's
leaves you with having to
racing.
turn
The other
wheels.
guys, Colorado Drone Racing, CBD
And
James,
considering you kind of
and
wanna
Remote
turn
Control
left
Hobby
with a
Smoky
180
Hill.
when you come up,
I am
fact that it curves
43D3D3,
very slightly
and we're
to
going to
the
start
left
this
is
racing for
perfect.
tonight. Keep your eye on
you
the
don't have
App
to
Store
lose
soon.
much,
Eventually,
much
we're
speed.
You don't
going to be
lose
using
much.
Hydra for these
Clockwise.
races, so
Yeah,
that as
yeah,
a
you don't
viewer,
have to
you
lose
can
much
bet
speed
and
either.
participate.
Wait, PP say want to turn left into that thing? Oh, you're right. I've been doing it backwards this whole time.
Yeah, so you've
Have
been
you been
hitting.
going right?
Yeah, you've been hitting
for
the
whatever
thing.
stupid reason, I've been going right.
Let me see what right looks like real quick.
It's really
Wait,
bad.
It looks,
where?
it looks
'Cause
like
I-
you
right-
smack into that flag or have
Yeah,
to cut
right,
real
you
hard
right
to get
the
around it.
flag,
Oh, so
and
when
then have
when
to
you
switch.
come up the roof, you're actually turning right. You're yawing
Yeah,
right.
I've been yawing and rolling right instead.
I
Okay,
have
so
been
yeah, that's
yawing
giving
and
you a
rolling
that's
right.
giving you a full stop
I have been
Yeah.
yawing and rolling
of
right.
velocity then.
Oh,
Max,
great.
you're
Max
going
can be
right?
faster.
Yep.
Don't,
Keep yawing
don't
right.
Oh,
encourage Max
great.
to do anything. Don't encourage
Why are
Max.
you yawing right?
Don't
Because it's
question
faster.
it.
No,
Don't
it's not.
question
It
it.
is.
Let him
How
make
is it
his own
faster?
mistakes.
Yeah,
No, it's not
helping him.
faster. Thank you.
it's even faster is if you go around a couple times.
Yeah.
Agree with me?
Yeah. Have you
I-
considered
I-
just
I am in
parking
full
your drone for
agreement
30
with you, though.
seconds?
Oh
That
my
left
god, you just
yaw
opened
up
up a
is way
new
faster.
second.
It's so much faster to go.
It is
I
so
think-
much faster.
I
to go
think
back.
Impy Miller has to wait 2 seconds before he actually starts his race.
Fucking seriously.
He gets a
This
7-second
guy
countdown.
can't
Didn't know
figure this
that.
shit out for himself.
I'm still gonna go right. I'm still gonna go right, just to prove you guys wrong.
Alright, bet.
Oh no, you're gonna beat us whether you turn right or left. That's
No,
fine.
no. Now he's giving me a chance because I feel really warmed up on this track now.
All right, well, good. Let's get into the racing. How about that, huh?
Alright, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, deal.
Dude,
Yeah, I thought we were gonna
please.
start.
So we have Okuru, Ride, Sour Power, and Crash up first.
That's good, boys.
Who is ready to race some micro drones?
Ready?
Let's do it.
I am.
My steering wheel is ready.
I'm virtually ready.
Remote is ready.
My DJ mixer is ready.
I'm using
My
tilt
Tamagotchi
controls.
is ready.
Tom Rotary Puck is ready.
Oh,
I'm using a Nintendo Switch, don't worry.
so I don't see
Yeah.
Dr.
Hold on, I gotta
Ride.
blow out the cartridge on my NES.
I don't see Dr. Ride in the game
Hey,
actually.
you know those all say don't
Yeah,
blow on
I'm
them?
looking for you. Where are you?
Ride's here, dude.
Hidden Lobby DDC. And no, he's not, Peep. Don't come at me with that energy.
Oh god, was that a lot of energy?
That was a little
Was that
spicy,
aggressive?
not gonna lie.
I'm sorry. You know, people really take me the long way.
The long way? I'm confused.
Well, some people take me the long way, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god.
Do you have a sister?
Me?
Who are you asking?
All of you.
Well, in
Just kidding. I know some of you might have sisters that are maybe too young, so never mind.
So never mind.
I'm not
I'll
running
say,
for
Pete, you gotta choose
president.
your next words carefully.
It's just DDC, all lowercase.
So, ITC.
Drone Denver
Okay,
kill.
that's whatever the frig it is.
No, Max.
Denver
It's
Drone.
not. It's you can't.
ITS. JUST.
It's ITS.
DD.
Drone Denver, Colorado. That's it.
No, shut up. It's DDC. All
There he
lowercase.
is. He's got it. He's got it. There we go. Alrighty.
I may be slow, but
You
I'm
guys
old.
troll on Fortnite that much? Probably.
I haven't played
Probably.
that game in a while.
Oh, dude, if you.
You've been warming up though, right? Yeah, in the other lobby.
Yeah, I was blind
Okay.
a little bit.
Hey,
Alright.
if any of you are like me, and upon re-entry of the building, when you go out and do a wide U-turn out the windows, if you cut it too close and you
Fritz,
crash
quit
and you
leaving the
lose that building,
Discord.
you get
What's
respawned.
that? If you cut it too close to you, what?
You respawn at the start on the little blue U-turn at the windows.
You never know where you're going to end up in this one.
Oh, really? At the teal?
Yeah, the teal one's out the
If you
window.
crash
I think
there,
the only reason you're saying that is because we don't have a race going. So
Yeah,
you're just gonna
it's-
respawn at the start.
during a race
anyways.
it'll be different
okay.
because it'll know which. Dude, Fritz has
Yeah.
been in this Discord.
I know. That's why I'm so confused as to why he keeps getting kicked
clearly
out.
left it.
Yeah, he keeps leaving the server. Like entirely leaving the server.
Fritz. Dude,
He's like, I'm too cool for these people.
Fritz.
Okay, let's get into this race. real
Yo,
quick.
Slippy.
Okuru, Ride, Sour Power, and Crash. You guys ready to go for round
Yeah.
one?
All
heat one?
right.
Here we go.
When are you gonna be running this on
Hello?
Hydra?
Probably starting next race or the one after that. I have the iPad, I have the app. I'm just figuring out how to use it.
Cause I'm gonna get so many fucking points.
You ain't getting my point, peep.
Oh god.
It ain't happening.
So right
It's
off the
mine, you
bat, we
can't
have
have it.
Sour Power out front. Man, these
Hey,
cameras
Cameron, you know I
are.
respect you, right?
Where's he at?
Yes, and you know I respect you, right?
All right, here we go.
Absolutely.
Here's a
You're
good
fast,
angle.
man.
Dude,
1,
you're
2,
fast. You're like
3,
right behind me
4,
on the
5.
races
Here
that
we
you
go.
and I ran. You
And
pushed.
Now I'm
Sims,
catching
and
it.
Sims for sure.
Sour
I
Power
know
Crash is
that
going to overtake
translates
Sour
for me.
Power. Crash and
But we
Sour
have to
Power
see.
now out in front.
Yeah,
Sour
whenever,
Power gaining on Crash just a
this
little bit.
whole
Crash now pulls
quarantine
out
gets
ahead.
lifted, we can go back to drone racing. We'll have to real life racing because I haven't done
Ooh, Crash is going to collide
any
with a wall there.
real-life
Let
flying.
Sour Power get out in front.
Oh,
this
man.
whole quarantine.
Here comes
Yeah,
Sour
well,
Power
zero
around
point
through the
fire, too.
orbit gate here.
Trying to fly my new Project Mockingbird Nebula. Thing is
I've yet to
super
fly my new
fast.
Cindy.
Sour Power is still
I
out
really
in
need to fly
front.
That thing.
Awesome racing from Sour Power so far. Pretty clean round here. Through the slaloms. Through the 90-degree turn. Back out to the rings. He's going to collide with the first ring there. Let's watch these other pilots make their way through the ring here. Here comes Dr. Ride to finish out his first lap. Crash FPV now back out front.
Oh, come
God
on.
damn it, Sour.
Already into the 180 gate. Making his way through this little obstacle over here. Just Crash FPV choosing to go straight through the middle of the 3 options. Let's check in with Okuru and Cam. Looks like Okuru is inside. He chooses to take the door through there. I believe Okuru is flying Acro again tonight. Some
Chris is
pilots.
in the game asking how he finds the Discord.
That was a while
Oh,
ago.
he already. That was before.
And Dr.
Hey,
Ride
Fritz, you
now
there?
coming in through. Dropping down into the 90-degree turn. He's going to finish out this
No,
heat
Your
there.
microphone's not working if you're trying to talk. Just FYI.
So that's going to
Is he
be
muted in the Discord?
No.
Crash taking the point over Sour Power and
Crash, how many?
Okuru
crashes
taking the
did you
point
have?
over Dr. Ride.
2.
Okay.
Peep is disqualified from the Sim series. He referred to
Oh,
Crash
God.
without the trash prefix.
I told you, man. Or I didn't tell you. I was going to tell you. Like, oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh, there is no video. Shoot.
For the stream? Well, now.
Aw, man.
Now.
Ah, Raffle Mount.
I'm not gonna take your bowling, Pete.
The leaderboard was up that whole time. Elise Miller, sorry about that.
Yeah, we gotta redo that so Sour Power can show Crash what's up.
All right, so going into this next round, we have Slippy
Wait,
Trim,
who is
Fritz,
it?
and
Who is
Jimmy.
it first?
Oh, sorry. Ride, it was Okuru over Ride there, and then Crash took it over Sour Power.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have Slippy in here, Trim, Fritz, and Jimmy.
Fritz, are you here?
He's here.
I see your
Wait, is Jimmy
microphone
here?
lighting up kind of, but I don't see you talking.
I don't see Jimmy in this room either, actually.
Isn't he in here though?
He's in.
No,
no, he's not.
anymore. Wait, is he? Scroll down. Nope.
Have to drop out. Just got called into work. Sorry, boys. See ya. Oh, okay.
Ah, fuck.
Big sad, big sad.
It was also a late start, so he probably would have ended up bowing out sooner than later. Alright, so it's Slippy, Trim, and Jimmy this time. I feel bad. Hope it's not because we had a late start. Are you three pilots ready to go?
Yep.
Yep.
And then...
I mean, it could have been a late start, but if he had to leave right now, he still would have missed races.
True. Fritz?
Alright, a head-to-head. Do you want to restart
Fritz
that
is
from
here.
Fritz? He just hit gate 1 though, like...
He's at gate 3. I don't know if he has the track down.
Okay, actually that's probably true.
So right now for this heat we have Trim out in front, making his way through the red line of cones here into the middle. Slippy's gonna overtake him before the slalom. Trim now just behind Slippy as Slippy makes his way into the first gate here. Trim overtaking Slippy through the third ring there. Both pilots down now into the split S. Around outside the outside of the building. We're gonna have Slippy coming up through the window there. Catching up on Fritz as Slippy makes his way through the orbit gate there into the slalom. All three pilots now back together. Trim and Slippy battling for first place here. No problem, Elise. I'm sorry about this, about the first one. I forgot that I had the leaderboard up.
Max, I think I know why you were going right, because weren't you doing the door before?
Trim is going to overtake Slippy going into the...
Is he muted?
No.
Or he's sipping on his Diet Coke.
He's probably sipping on his baby bottle. Just kidding.
Here we go. Slippy
like
now
that joke,
is
that's
out in
funny.
front of Trim. Slippy through the middle of the three gates here. Into the
You
inversion.
gotta fly at full send?
Slippy and Trim in the
I do.
middle.
Oh, you do? How often?
I do sometimes.
Let's see which pilots decide to take what route tonight.
Do you go down there, Cameron?
Slippy and
Yeah, I
Trim
go
now. Trim's
every
gonna
week.
overtake Slippy.
Oh, Trim, you bastard. You bastard.
Check in with
I probably
Fritz as he
haven't
makes
been
his way
here.
through on lap 2
In a
here.
year, dang.
He'll
Yeah, you
chip
should be
in
down
with
there.
him.
Not a year, but I come down every once in a while. It's just that I live in Wellington. Like I'm 15 minutes north of Fort Collins,
So that's going to
Gotcha.
be
so it's a drive.
Yeah,
Trim
that's a
taking it over
drive.
Slippy, but just barely.
Are you going to the Whoop Wars that
Just
they're
barely
hosting
edging him
now?
out.
I am registered for that, yeah.
Good, good, good. Because that thing's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
They're
well,
probably
do you know
not
who
gonna
else
do that.
is registered for that if they actually can make it.
AK, I think.
AK
not.
is registered, and Vanover is supposed to be there because it's supposed to
Yep.
be lined up with Tiny Whip Invitational and
Well,
Fluxy
Yeah, I mean,
But
it was
we'll
supposed to
see
be
what
lined up with the
happens with the-
Invitational.
with the timing of everything. Hey
Very
Slippy, I have a note for you. I was watching you that race.
What do you got?
You're did you
Do
know that you're
better.
slightly rolled right like all of the time? Like even on your straightaways, you're not flying straight.
Interesting.
You're kind of tilted right a little bit.
Huh.
What about when he's turning left?
Really?
Calibrate your gyro, bro.
Through the
He turns
door.
left. He turns left, not with a roll left. He turns left with yaw, which I mean you should turn left with yaw, but you kind of go right a little
And
bit. I
then-
don't know if it's. Do you have a like loose? Is your right stick pretty loose?
Oh. Oh, and in fact, what I would say is that's because the way I'm flying, it's not like, you know, the quad just tilts over and doesn't have a physical effect. Okay?
No, I guess what I'm thinking is maybe your thumb's on it, and you feel like it's center, but it's actually tilted right.
Yeah, what I think is
Here
it's
comes
gotta be
Fritz.
something I'm doing. I'll watch for it, see if I can figure out what's up.
Here comes Fritz to finish out his race there. 4 minutes 26-second time. Trim
I
taking it
noticed
over
that when I
Slippy
was
there.
watching it,
Fritz
and I
taking
thought
it
it
over
was
Jimmy,
five,
Jimmy
so
who
I
had
thought
to
I'd
drop
tell you.
out. So that's going to be Trim taking the point over Slippy there, and Fritz taking out Jimmy into the first heat.
Hear you guys. Not sure why.
Oh, now we can hear
I
you.
can hear you.
Sour. Who can't? Sour can't?
Fritz can't.
Okay, I'll give him the treatment I gave Crash earlier.
So was I up against Trim in
Crash
that heat?
trash, bro. Crash trash.
Up against Trim, yeah.
I'm disqualified again.
So close there.
Double DQ'd.
Did I just get a free point from Pete?
Peep and who else is in this one? Carpenter and Cameron. There we go.
What now?
So I have Miller, MP Miller, Peep FPV, Carpenter FPV, and Cameron FPV in this heat. Are you three ready to go? Carpenter's not here. I don't know if he's gonna make it, but he told me to put him in just in case.
Go for it.
Alrighty.
Is that one in advance?
As long
So
as
I
he's
gotta-
not the one on the buy.
There is no buy for this. Oh yes, there is, but no, it's not this.
You're going down.
It's
So
Bumper's
hold
buy.
on.
It's Bumper's buy.
Oh, it's Bumper's buy?
So
Well,
I
he
need
can
to-
race it if he wants to, right?
No.
You're going down.
Oh, you changed that. Okay.
Hold on, so you're telling me that Peep and Miller are in this, but Carpenter isn't here, and I gotta try and stop Peep from stealing my point, and I have to try and beat Max.
I'm
You're
not
telling me I
saying
have
any
to
of
win
that.
this.
All I was saying is that
Let's
Miller,
just go.
Cam, and Peep are in this. Are you
Huh?
ready?
So you're trying to stress me out from the get-go. Alright, let's do it.
Kinda ready to go.
Here we
Sixth
go.
dimensional chess.
Fast Max off the line first here. He's going to take the whole shot and make his way around the side of the building here first. Let's catch him as he comes down the hallway into the U-turn through the windows into the 360 gate. Fast Max now making quick work of that tri-gate there into the split path. It's like Peep decided to take the window.
didn't wanna go
Oh,
through
Peep
that
caught the
door.
door. Fast Max still out in
No!
front here. Fast Max finishing out his first lap.
Where am I supposed to go?
Cameron FUV not too far behind. Where is Peep at? Peep's back
Oh,
up
Max,
with the
you just
slaloms
got
there.
like 10 seconds, dude.
Cameron hot on
You
Fast
need
Max's
him.
trail.
Come on, Max.
giving
Let's
him a
see
run
you.
for
Come
his
back
money.
here, dude. You're right there. Come
He
on.
is, Cameron
If I
FUV is
beat
very
Cameron
close
by
to
some-
Trim.
I'm right behind Max
sorry,
right
not Trim.
now.
Cameron
Dude,
FUV.
Never mind. Never mind.
Is
I
very
just
close to Fast
messed it
Max
up.
as Fast Max
Wait,
makes his way up
Cameron
through the
wasn't supposed
slalom
to be
here.
in this one.
Oh my God, Pete.
That's funny.
Bro, by some miracle that Max crashes out and I managed to beat him by the skin of my teeth, and it doesn't count because I was against Peep or Carpenter, I'm gonna lose my.
I think you're overthinking.
Why?
this 'cause
Why
I
do you
was
think?
so lost.
Why do you
Bumper
think you
was
have a
the
better
other
chance?
person,
this-
Cameron.
What?
I'd like to know why you think you have a better round this time than any of the other rounds, or a better chance this round than any of the other rounds.
No, no,
I
no.
think that's
I'm-
my top time, 132.
Well, I hate.
Oh,
you.
you're right. You were cruising.
Well, I guess I'm not upset then.
So we have Pete FUV making his way down the hall here into the
Max, try to
slalom.
break 130 this time.
I'll attempt. That's like sub
There we
30s
go.
for all of them. That is sub 30s.
Yeah.
At
Oh
least.
my.
Peep up at the slaloms here
Oh,
I would say that's
into the 90 degree. He's gonna crash into the wall there as he tries to take that 90 degree turn.
I had
Oh,
one
oh,
crash in
he's back up.
That's what did it.
Made it, Peep.
Come on, Peep, you can do it.
God, that gate is
Peep,
so hard.
do you have your battery on? Oh, okay. It looked like
Oh, yeah,
legitimate battery
battery's
sag.
No, no, no,
It's like
no.
both sides are sitting there.
That was where I already knew that I lost the race.
Gotcha. Admitting defeat before it's over.
So who had the bye, and who
But
won?
wasn't
Okay,
that a-
so Miller
versus
was up
Max?
against Carpenter that round. Cameron was up against Peep that round. Bumper had
Wait.
the bye.
Oh.
What do you mean? Bumper would be the 5th person.
Bumper is the 5th person. He had a bye.
When has there ever been 5 people?
There's been 7 people, but 2 of them are not here tonight.
Wait, why is it all in one round?
because there's only 5 people. What is going on here, guys?
I needed to know that.
Hey, Steven, break it down nice and slow for us, alright?
Alright, so there are 5 people.
Had to buy, and that Carpenter was not here.
Correct.
So I thought I was racing Max.
Why?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. Because we've never had 5 people in a single race.
Okay, fair enough. Bumper is not in. Bumper's technically not in this race. He would have been in a round by himself. But he can't be in a round by himself. But he also can't get into your round because then that throws off how many times he races everybody else. Because then he races MP Miller twice versus.
I want to race Cameron.
Was it?
You did just race Cameron.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even think he was officially supposed to be in that race.
Yeah, you were questioning it the entire time.
I questioned it
In the middle of the race, you go, "Why is Cameron in this?" And I.
I'll be like, I'm here to win, bro. That's why I'm here.
It's just top 10 organized
Alright.
betrayals of all time.
Well, I don't know how I could have possibly betrayed anybody here. Do you want to run again? Knowing now that Cameron is in fact supposed to be in this heat and that this is in fact
no.
your race against Cameron.
No,
I'll leave it to Cameron. If Cameron wants that one, I'll give it to him. It's his it's his
Cameron, it sounds like you're scared of Peep.
No, flip a coin. Flip a coin.
Alright, well, someone. If Cameron wins, we keep it. If Peep wins, then we rerun it. So someone pick heads and someone pick tails. I'll ask you.
Okay,
No,
here we go.
hold on.
I'm
Here's what we'll do.
I'm
Here's
flipping a
what we'll
piece
do.
of paper. I've got heads and tails.
No,
Cameron.
hold on, wait, Steven,
Oh my
wait.
God.
Here,
What's up?
let's rerun it, and if Peep wins, let's do it just 1v1, head-to-head, me and Peep.
But then that's 2 more
We'll
rounds.
do it at
Wait,
the end.
My transmitter's
We'll
not
do
plugged
it.
in.
Why? What?
I can beat Max. Yes.
My transmitter.
Yes.
I'm so
gonna beat
confused.
Max.
Oh my God, Max, plug your transmitter in. We're rerunning this heat
There we
real
go.
quick, and then we're gonna get
Sorry,
on
I
with the
just-
regular
I was-
schedule.
If the only race that matters out of that is me versus Cameron, just give me and Cameron a heads up.
Okay, we'll
I
do
mean,
that.
I'll
Yeah,
join.
that's fine. I'll do that at the end.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, you can do it later. It's
Yeah,
fine. We
alright.
can move on to the next round.
Okay. So
I can plug my
Okuru.
transmitter back in.
Yes.
Okay.
Or unplug it rather.
Wait.
You're not flying right this moment.
Okay.
Okay, so Miller, you got a point there. Cam and Peep will rerun your round at the end of this, or at the end of the advanced class. This next heat for round 2, heat 1 is going to be Okuru, Ride, Power, and Slippy.
Map is enormous.
So yeah, at the end of the thing, we'll do a best 2 of 3. How's that sound? Pete?
Why did it become a best?
I
Cameron, stop
No, I
trying
mean,
to change rules
I
and make
didn't
things
even
up.
think that
No,
you were in the race, dude.
You have best 5 of 7.
So after I knew that Max passed me, I didn't even try anymore, and I was on, like, I thought you were in the race because Steven wanted to make it more interesting. Which would have
What?
made sense. Well, because they like to race each other.
Well, yeah, but that mean, I mean, that would give Cameron more
I got
practice.
confused on the 5 people in the race because I heard you say Carpenter and Bumper, and the fact that Carpenter was out and Bumper was on bye. I thought what you were saying was that I was just racing Max.
Oh, okay.
See, that's why I was so stressed out because Carpenter wasn't there. I'm trying to stop Pete.
So
from
that's
taking
where my
point.
confusion was. That's all.
Okay, I see. I had already talked about 4 people, so yeah, I gotcha. So we do have Sour Power out in front here. Let's go
Cameron,
in cam
you
with
beat
him.
me every other race in this series so far.
Yeah, but I'm garbage at this track. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't believe that.
What do you think that is?
So that was fun.
I wasn't gonna say anything, Cameron, but since you said it.
Ooh.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but then I didn't have to.
God, I hate
Okuru
drawing
making his way.
things.
Okuru making his
Cam,
way up
if you want
behind
to
Sour
do a
Power
2
here.
of 3, we can do it at the end of everyone's races.
Well, yeah, because
Okay.
theoretically, then I already have a point, so you'd have to win those 2.
I wasn't even, but I guess what I'm saying is I wasn't even racing you.
Nobody got a point for that one,
I
Wait,
did.
what?
except for Miller.
Oh.
because of my confusion.
Yeah, you guys will do one head-to-head race at the end of this, and that will be the
okay.
round that you didn't get a point, that neither of you got a point for.
Okay. That makes
Which one of the
sense.
enthusiast pilots is going over the second square?
Over the second square.
What do you mean over the second square? What?
Like
There's
instead
many
of going
squares.
What square?
the double squares. One that's
What?
blue and one that's
Oh, in the bottom
U-turn?
floor?
What do you mean going over the second?
Yeah, that, like, at the bottom floor, there's the two
Oh,
gates. One of them's
yeah.
blue and one of them's green.
The two that are right next to each other.
I saw someone in this blue-green over here.
Oh, wait, that's
I'm doing
Oh yeah,
that's an
you
interesting
can.
line.
If you're talking about the ones next to each other, you can absolutely do a little hurdle move instead of a rotate.
Yeah.
It takes longer.
Do a little
Especially if you're
mini
flying
power
acro.
And it can
That's
take
probably-
slightly longer, but it
Well,
can
if you're
also
flying
be
acro, just
faster.
power loop it.
Yeah, Okuru, are you power looping that in the middle there at the bottom?
I'm just spiraling around it.
Okay.
I come in high on that gate and
Yes,
then
that gave me a new move.
I drop to the top of the other gate as quickly as I can.
So,
If it works, it saves time.
so that heat we had, that was Sour Power taking the point over Okuru. And then we have Dr. Ride taking the point over Slippy.
Abductor Ride.
Into the next round here, we have Jimmy, Fritz, Trim, and Crash.
I can hear you guys now. By
You
the way.
can?
Yeah, I just
Awesome.
restarted Discord and it started working.
Cash.
Alrighty, are those three pilots ready to go? Crash, Trim, and Fritz?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh. I don't see Trim in the Discord anymore. Oh, there he is. Trim, you're up. You good to go, bud?
Yeah, sorry, I got disconnected.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, Discord's been having some problems lately. But, alright, here we go with this race. It's gonna be Crash FPV first through the smoke here. Down into the dark, dark
Cam,
room.
I sent you a message on Discord.
Okay.
Don't let him bully you, Cam.
I'm not bullying you. I only bully bitches. Big booty bitches.
That one hurt to listen to.
Peep doing a little bit. Peep doing a little bit of.
I know. I'm not even funny. I just try.
What is it? The dating videos where you advertise yourself. Peep getting a little bit of an
Hey, Pete, what
advertisement in there
class
for
are you
himself.
in the Arizona series?
Crash
last
FPV
night
down
I
in
made
the
pro.
dual color gates there.
Qualifier. But I was bottom of pro
Nice.
with Skittles.
Crash about to come up and hit the slaloms here.
Skittles, Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saguna.
Yep.
Into the right hand turn.
Very good. I did.
So I was bottom of pro. I think I
Let's watch
finished
Trim.
Right on. I think I got.
Trim's making his way
I got
into
12th
the
overall
beginning
when I raced
of,
their
or
weekly
the middle of
Thursday
lap
race,
2 here.
like in real life.
Underneath the
before Whiptopia.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I think I got
second
12th,
floor.
which was like 4th in the pro class, I think. So
And Max, no, pro is. I'm sorry, pro was.
check in with
open,
Crash again.
The way that you're thinking of it.
Man, these camera angles are too much.
they have elite, pro.
I'm just gonna go
Pro-
in cam
pro
with
is the
Crash here.
highest
Most
for
of this will
recent
just be done in
races.
cam, I'm guessing. Starting to
Really?
think.
Yeah.
They don't have an elite class
Oh,
anymore?
that was kind of speedy in with
they
the
did
crash.
Advanced and enthusiast.
Right on.
Max, you check that one out?
This is gonna be
I did
Trim
not see
here,
that one.
making his
Wait,
way
let's see.
through the beginning
I've
of
been
lap
talking
3.
Max up to them though.
Ooh.
Do you see Wimpy Dog?
I didn't actually watch the race, but
Yeah, I was
pleased
in
out.
the
Yeah,
same
and my crash too. I might have been able to
rounds.
get
Damn.
94 that round.
What was it?
Check in with
guy
Fritz.
got
He's
worse
over at the
together.
Tri-Gate here, up into
He's
the inverted
he's almost
assumption.
my
Lap
age,
up to
but maybe a
35.
little bit younger than me. A couple years younger.
So that's where I
Pretty
I don't
cool
know.
guy.
Yeah,
probably could've
Wimpy's
shaved 4
fucking
seconds off.
Super cool.
Yeah, could have shaved
A
5
pretty
seconds
clean
off.
turn into the
We had like
slaloms
30,
from Fritz here.
30.1 on money
But yeah,
laps.
Wimpy and I
Crash up if you
qualified
need
2
a-
around there.
seconds apart.
Yeah.
Trim
like a-
in the Trim in the slaloms
Yeah,
as well.
30.9.
I didn't
About to
relate to
lap,
him because we're like
Almost
we were
laps
gonna do the
Fritz
40
before he
plus
finishes
class
it out.
at
but here
IO
comes,
and try to dominate.
Here comes Fritz into
Oh, you guys
the
would've
split
killed it.
S.
It would have been fun.
Fritz still taking a
Why
minute to learn the
didn't you?
track here.
I had tickets to go to Spain and France.
Oh, you're
So I
talking about
gave-
this year.
So I gave away my tickets for IO, and then now there's neither. So
Who here is going to IO this year? If it's
What is
not
that?
like,
You don't even know. No one knows if they're going to IO this year.
I mean, who is thinking about it?
I
What is
have
IO?
I mean, I don't have any tickets, but I would.
I got a ticket during the summer because they were like half off.
While Fritz finishes up his race here, we're gonna go
Got
ahead and
that
do the
really
sponsor
weird
spot.
deal,
Thank you
$90
again to
Yeah.
Colorado.
For you again.
Sorry, CBD Janes, Remote Control Hobby Smoky Hill, and then we also
Maxi
have
Racing,
the other guys,
5
Colorado
inch
Drone
shot.
Racing.
Yeah.
Fritz is now done
Just a
with his
little
lap,
bit.
so
I
it's
started
going
late
over
last
to the results of
season,
the pilots.
like halfway through.
So that
but like-
heat, we
like
had
physical.
Yeah.
Crash take the point over Trim.
You should get into a peep. It's fun.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was the wrong one. Crash took the point over Jimmy, and then
say you don't want
Trim
to?
took the point over Fritz.
No, I said.
Oh, so that was my buy.
Oh, okay, good.
You were supposed to race Jimmy that time.
And
But
those
since
races
he's
aren't
not
that
here,
far
yeah.
from you, peep. They're in
Right.
Longmont.
All right,
So-
and let's go into the next heat here.
Right.
This is the second round of the advanced class.
I think Pete wants to race the Foco 5-inch. He doesn't want to race TOG. He doesn't think we're cool enough.
I
Wow.
have never said that.
You don't have to. We can tell.
Or ever felt that way. I've
no,
never felt that way.
It's always a fun
No,
class.
we know.
Don't lie
I'm
to
just
us. You don't need
teasing
to
because
spare
you're
our
like
feelings, Pete.
you're Foco centralized.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just because I live north of Fort Collins. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
you ever been to a Wyoming whoop race?
I know
I've seen them
Monkey
on
has.
TV.
So, Pete,
they're,
this is
there's no
your
competition.
Pete. This is your buy round. This one would be the four that are racing this time is Miller, Cam, Bumper, and Carp, and then Peep. This is your buy round.
Oh,
Wait,
hold on now.
Getting
okay.
players
The way that you're
totally
missed
saying
it.
that now makes more sense to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now that I know there was a confusion there, I wanted to make sure I was clearer.
Oh,
Yeah.
run that by me again. I totally blanked
So,
on.
MP Miller.
You're in this.
Yeah. MP Miller, Cameron FPV, Bumper, and Carpenter FPV would be the four that are flying this time. And then Peep would be the
Damn, dude,
fifth
where's
pilot.
Carp?
So this is Peeps buy round. Is that what I heard?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not on any points for
And
this
then-
round or anything.
And then whoever's running whoever is running against Carpenter right now gets a free point. Cool. So are you three pilots ready to go?
Yep.
Alrighty, here we go.
Bumpy boo, you ready?
Damn, I like having
I'm
Carpenter
ready.
here. He's a pilot that I go pretty good with. I like
Yeah,
to-
when everybody's here, the
I like-
groupings
I
are
like racing him.
Hey
when-
Max, I
when,
can smell
when
you.
everybody is like a president accounted for. There's good matchups for everybody.
Yep.
I can smell you, Max.
And also,
We're gonna go in
did
cam
you
with
say recently
Cameron.
that this is
actually.
open to people outside of Denver?
Yes.
You're okay with other people?
Yeah.
I'm in Virginia.
I was gonna say Fritz is in Virginia. I know
You still live here.
somebody else has
Yeah.
a 2-hour time difference, right?
Those Sour Powers in Minnesota, same with Carpenter.
Yeah.
So we're an hour different. Minnesota.
I can smell you, Max.
Is anyone else
yeah.
using goggles?
I am.
Are you guys really?
I am, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know why, but I can race a lot better because with the goggles on than not.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cameron.
I know,
I
dude.
have issues
That's
with
all you
that.
tell me.
I know.
So what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of the rollless barrel roll section of the track?
I hate you. I
Like
didn't
right
know
at the
that was
beginning.
called that, and I know that now.
The right at the beginning of the, because I mean that's what a barrel roll is, right? You go from the bottom and do like a full circle and end up back where you were, but you roll through it or you aileron through it rather.
Harper, you need to crash right
You're
now. I
telling
swear
me
you
that
need to crash
someone
right
can
now.
do that in acro mode smoothly?
What'd you say?
Yeah.
I mean, well, maybe not that one. I mean, I didn't like scientifically measure out the radiuses or anything, so that one
Damn,
might not be
Bumper.
lined up properly. But
Cam, the only reason I said something on it is because I figured you were already behind where you wanted to be, and you just knocked yourself further back.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna mess you up or anything.
So that heat bumper was up
No,
against Carpenter, so he could have had a point against Cameron, but
Bumper, just
that was
by
one
the
of
way,
his
you put a
bias.
faster time down
Wait,
than
no,
I did.
that means I was the one against. Oh.
And then
No,
Miller
it was
lost
against
against, or
Carpenter.
Cam
You're
lost
good.
against Miller this round.
That was the round.
That was it.
Race.
That was it.
I was trailing him for the whole first lap. Man.
Yeah.
One of
I
these-
decided to go into your viewpoint because you were so close to him the whole
That's what I
time.
was watching too. I was watching his because he was on him.
Bumper, you had a faster best lap than I did.
Bro, one of these days I'm gonna get
I
this.
know,
kid.
but I need 3, Maxi.
I know. I'm just saying.
Bumper with the 29.
I know.
Dude,
0.8.
Bumper, your biggest thing is
Heck yeah.
absolutely consistency.
Well, also in Acro, when he crashes out, it's a way worse crash than ours are because he just bounces.
Yep.
Oh,
has to
in
readjust
Acro,
him
that's
to
true.
Especially with the tubes, because they just like catch you, but they don't necessarily reset you. So if
The
he
tubes
hits one of
grab
those-
you. It's
There
like
we go.
flying into a flypaper tube.
Yeah, or like one of those
I hate those tubes.
Yeah,
So we
doing like an
have-
aileron roll or whatever you pronounce it is impossible through those tubes. I don't.
Yeah, I was trying it. It's tough.
It's really hard.
Yeah, they're definitely not gonna be lined up the right way. But I didn't know what else to call it. But yeah, do you guys like it? Is it a
No,
fun
I
obstacle?
Think, I think actually it's a really good piece of the course because it is a differentiator.
It's hard.
A lot of the rest of the course is pretty wide open
Yeah.
for the most part. But that piece, you can't I mean, Max said that he can full throttle at least the first 3, right? So you have to drop.
Yeah, you most certainly can full throttle the first 3.
And maybe if they were a little narrower too, then they would be, or not narrower like diameter, but narrower how long.
Screw you,
Not
dude.
narrower diameter, narrower how long they are. When you look at them from the side, they've got some width to them. Maybe if they were shortened a little
That is
bit.
the hard part of them.
Yeah.
That is the hard part.
Yeah, if they were just gates, you'd probably have a way higher speed through them.
Yeah.
If they were gates, you could definitely do it faster. But
So
I
this-
do think it's a good addition to the course to put some space between pilots who can hit it right and who can't.
Nice. Okuru, Slippy, and Sour Power are going to be the 3 pilots flying this time. Are you guys all ready?
Hey, Sour Power.
All right.
Here we go.
How do you connect how do you connect your goggles to
So we have
Velocitron?
Sour Power out in front here,
You
Slippy hot on
need
his
a
trail, Okuru
HDMI to mini HDMI.
coming in with the tail of this
So you'll
heat
go from your
here.
graphics card
Gaining on
to
Slippy,
that.
he's going to overtake
Yeah, so
Slippy.
on the
Let's see if he can catch
bottom
up with
of
Sour
your
Power here.
HDRs or whatever you have. I guess it depends which
I
goggles
have,
you
I have B3s.
Sour Power now
I
making
think
his way
B3's
through
have
the
the
tri-gate
Tri-Gate
here, up into the hallway.
Yeah, so it's a
Okuru coming up
mini
behind
HDMI
him.
port.
Let's check
I need to
Okuru
send
as he
my
comes around the
V3s
corner
to go,
into the
like,
wall.
to some
Ooh, he's going
repair
to collide
shop
with
in
the side of the
California so
the
that they
stairs there.
fix the-
Give
like, I
Sour
think I
Power
talked
an
about this in the
opportunity to
chat,
get farther
the
out
L1
in
and
front.
L10, because my rapid
Sour
fire
Power
is
now
not good
already
voltage.
on lap 2 through the
Oh, because you're having
barrel
trouble
roll.
connecting that thing across
Let's
the
call
top.
it the barrel roll.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That's
It just doesn't
essentially
do
what
it.
it
I don't know what
is.
it is. I've tried everything. I looked at all the videos. I made sure they're in correctly. The ribbon wire. I don't know what it is. It's just not working.
That's gonna be interesting. I kind of wonder if you need to. send
Sour
that
Power
actually to
still
Rapid
out in
Fire.
front here, up at the
No,
tri-gates.
so I called. Well, I
Okuru.
emailed Immersion RC.
He split S, or he
And I was
power
like, hey,
loops
this
the
isn't
mid
working.
gates there this time. See if
what
that
can I
saves
do
him
to
a little
get
bit of time
the
here.
L1 and
Sour
L10
Power
removed or
already up to the
short-circuited?
slaloms here.
And they
Ooh,
said we don't do that
past
here
the
because they're
slaloms,
UK based.
out
store.
to lap 3.
Oh.
But they direct
Go
me
in
to
camera
a
with
repair shop.
Okuru
nice
as he comes
barrels
up to
there,
finish
Sour.
out lap 2.
Thank you.
Ooh, Okuru's gonna collide with that last one, but that was a really clean first
So
4.
I just gotta send it
Keep
there later.
Keep it smooth and you got the win. Yeah, you just gotta send it over to.
Still with Okuru
Send
here,
it to your
slipping now into the
Flash
split S, dropping and
No,
floating down
I'm
into
sending
the
it to some repair
uh,
shop that Immersion RC told me to send it to in California.
straight gate there. Here comes Sour Power through the
Yeah.
slalom in to finish out lap
I don't know,
3.
it seems suspect.
All he
I'm
has to
still
do
talking
is
the
keep
guy to
it
make sure that
clean
it's, like,
through this
once I put it in
gate.
the
There it
box and
is.
ship it to this
Sour
location, I'll
Power's
actually
gonna
get
take
it
the
back.
win on this one.
That was a good run.
Check
Sour.
in with Okuru here.
Thank
He
you.
is down at
My
the
biggest
tri-gate as
problem was
well.
taking the when I was talking to you and how everything was twitchy. was since I brought the camera angle up and you told
Here
me to
comes
bring it up
Okuru,
to
nice and smooth through those
half of it
slaloms,
for the
barely
mix.
even moved.
I didn't
Slippy
do that
was
until
hot
right
on
before
his
the race.
tail. Less
and now
than 2
everything's
full
a lot
seconds
smoother.
behind there.
What's your camera angle at, Sour?
If anybody wants to know what FPV angle mix actually is, if you have it at 0, which I know some people here do, I think Okuru, Adam.
Sour Power is going to take
With
the
angle
point over
mix?
Jimmy, who was unable to race that time.
No, I
and
just
then
turned that
Okuru
off.
is just barely going to take the
Doesn't
point
matter.
over
It at
Slippy.
0. When you're running a high camera angle, your rolls are not going to be rolling to your camera angle. It's going to be rolling relatively to the quad. So you're going to get kind of a weird roll. Like where it just doesn't feel like the same kind of roll when you up your camera angle.
Right.
So when you up your camera angle, what FPV Angle Mix does is it affects your roll to also put in...
Thank you again to our sponsors
some
for tonight's
forward
race, the Colorado
angles.
chapter
To
of the
make
other
that
guys, Colorado
roll
Drone Racing. They also have CBD
centric
James
on
and
your
Remote Control
camera
Hobby
angle.
Smoky Hill. You can find all
Right.
3 of these groups on
Does that
Facebook.
make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense,
Feel
yeah.
free
So
to join
that's-
the other
that's
guys,
what
Colorado
FPV
Drone
Angle
Racing, and
Mix
get
is.
involved with the
And
races yourself.
recommendation for how you should set that is to do half, put the FPV angle mix at half of whatever your camera angle is, and you'll keep at least at a consistent feeling of how the roll feels.
Yeah, I didn't
Half
mess
or
with that.
less.
Just-
Half or less.
Half or less, yeah.
So
when you go
that-
higher, it feels kind of weird.
That past heat, we had Sour Power taking the point over Jimmy, who wasn't racing, and then we had
I
Okuru
tend to stick
winning
to
over Slippy there.
Actually, if your tilt is over 45, it starts going back the other way. You know what I mean? Like you want to be over half once you're past 50-degree tilt or 45-degree tilt. Does that make sense?
I run 60-60 on my whoops.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, that makes absolute sense.
I
because
run-
45 would be your 50% of 90.
I run 60-60 on my whoop
Hold on, which profile is
in the
rate
sim.
mode again?
60,
degree
60.
angle.
In the sim.
It's part of your quad settings, the wrench.
So that
So
heat we
there's
had.
camera angle and camera mix angle.
So that heat we had Sour Power win it over Jimmy, who wasn't racing, and then Okuru took the point just barely over Slippy, like less than a second and a half between the two in that heat. This next one we have Ride, Fritz, Trim, and Crash. Are you guys good to go?
Yeah.
Which
Yep.
profile in Beta Flight is?
Alrighty.
Adam and Slippy, you guys did have a really good race there.
I crashed the whole second lap.
I think he had a bad race. I didn't do too well myself.
He almost got you.
That's going to be Crash, Trim, Fritz, and then Dr. Ride. Looks like Fritz and Dr. Ride battling it out for first or for third there.
But yeah, I've actually learned a lot about tuning.
Gonna have Crash
From
coming
Velocity.
into the
because
360
they
gate
did
here.
work with Betaflight
Dr. Ride
on
now in
their
second
tuning
place. He's gonna
system.
pass Trim
Yeah, a while
through the
ago.
U-turn
Like
down
2016.
into the room here. Now Trim and Dr. Ride fighting it out for third
And
place.
the Betaflight
FPV
version's
Fritz
old,
now
but
making his way to
if
the
you're
U-turn
talking
window.
blades,
Crash
it's still
up through the
accurate.
slaloms out into the start-finish gate for lap
Every
2.
time I log into Beta Flight, it tells me I need to have a new firmware update. So I've had
That was
lost
clean,
it.
Crash.
Thank you.
Oh, I gotta watch Crash.
Trim now
I mean,
out to the
trash
side
crash.
here.
Steven,
There it is.
you're disqualified.
All right.
Is Crash talking and throwing
this
down
anymore.
laps?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Overruled.
I do
Something
too.
that Bumper has not figured out yet.
Bumper is like Jessica Simpson. She can't chew bubblegum and walk at the same time.
That's pretty funny. It's true though.
I heard that. Jessica Simpson. I swear to God, she said that. She said that she has to stop to chew.
that's the strangest flex ever. Well, definitely not a flex. Ah, I crashed.
I was about to say you called
Holy
that a
crash!
flex?
Crash!
Crash.
You
My
still
time is
didn't
about to
call
be.
him the right
My
word.
time is gonna be so good.
That was
Oh,
gonna
that
be
makes
so
me sad.
good.
No, your time's still gonna be decent. I mean, you got this one. That crash probably took.
I
records off.
totally could have got 94 seconds.
So I see
Yeah,
where some
2 or
speed
3
can
seconds for sure.
come from elevation. Like if you stay high in the low areas and low in the high areas, you're not changing elevation as much. Like
Are
the
you telling me
top
to do
of
that?
Absolutely true. I mean, if you think about things on a race line, like NASCAR,
Yeah.
Was that stuff for me?
Here come Trim's out.
Apexing.
Here comes
Yeah,
Trim
I think
out
we-
into the end of the track here. He's
I
gonna
think
come
we're
around and
all
finish out in
apex
second place.
on the horizontal plane. I'm
Let's see
talking
where
about
Dr.
like
Ride is at.
apexing.
Oh yeah, if you don't have to waste
Vertical.
force going
Dr.
up,
Ride
then
coming up to the
you're solid.
slaloms now.
Yeah. Just stay at like barely go above ground and barely go below ground instead of like I like to fly close to the ground and it's not good in this track.
No.
Again, dropping kind of costs you throttle. You know what I mean? If you have to drop your altitude, you're doing it with some throttle reduction.
Yeah, and then you gotta
Dropping
get
throttle is absolutely something that there's only a couple places on this track where you need to blip.
Yep.
And they're all blip spots. They're places where you're gonna like maybe drop full throttle completely for like a split second. and
Yeah, like
go
from the
back to
flags
full.
underneath if you're too high.
top of the tubes.
Yes.
Top of the
Well-
tubes is one of them, and the other one I think is the green area.
But other than that, I don't know what angles you guys are running. This is definitely a high angle course because of how long it is and how much speed you need.
35.
Are you only going 35, Max?
Yes, sir.
Do you
He's
are
crazy.
you used to looking at the top of your view though?
Actually, wait. I might have changed it.
Did you ever
There's
play?
no way you're
Did you
running
play a lot
35.
of?
Absolutely not a chance.
Did you play a lot of
He
Dance
shows
Dance
up-
Revolution?
He shows
Max?
up at the outdoor races running like 30 degrees on his 5 and
You can
and
run
kicks
that stuff.
everybody's
and
ass.
it's fine. As
Now,
long
bumper, I
as you're
changed that.
used to-
Now I'm running 60.
Yeah. See.
No, not my time.
Yeah.
Not my time.
See,
This I'm running 40 right
I'm
now.
always
It
watching the
is.
top of the screen when I'm
And this I'm
flying in
running
the
40.
simulator.
If you're used to looking at the top of the screen and you're comfortable with that, I think it's a big benefit on tracks that have fast spots and then technical spots.
Well, the
No,
only
I
reason
like,
I have
like running
it
forward
so
like I'm in an
low
FPS.
is because most of the time on this track, you're looking up. There's only a couple times when you go down. There's more times when you go up than going down because you're going up through the tubes. There's 2 tubes down, and then you're climbing from there practically, except for the other dive.
Max, Peep, and Bumper, you guys good to go?
Yeah.
What were the
Bumper?
who were we
Yes.
against?
Miller, Peep, and Bumper. So Crash took it over Trim there, and then Ride was took it home over Fritz for that one.
All right, sweet.
And then these next 3 pilots are up. I heard 2 of them, I think, say good to go.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Okay,
Bumper's good. Keeps good.
cool.
I'm
All
good.
right, here we go. Excuse me. And they're off. Fast Max is going to take the whole shot here and make his way through the barrel roll down into the split S room. Already up, out, and around through there. Now into the U-turn. Down into the bottom room. Nice and tight around the outside of that spiral gate.
No, dude.
Fast Max
They
getting
got
a
a weird
pretty
rebound
pretty
spot.
wide lead here outside of Peep. Bumper making his way 2 or 3 gates behind Peep, or 2 or 3 gates behind Peep here. Fast Max back out in front again. He's gonna spiral around this wall and come up through the hole in the ground. Let's cut over to this camera here, and we'll watch as Peep makes his way around through the U-turn
Max.
windows.
Yep.
Watch Bumper come up right behind Peep.
What?
You distracted yourself.
I went through the doorway and didn't hit the gate.
Like the frame of the door, similar to the window on
So
Sports
yeah,
Hall.
somehow I went through. I guess I went through the top of the gate and the doorway,
Oh man.
like that little gap there. It's super small though. I mean, I guarantee that's not a rare. I mean, that's not a common occurrence.
131. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you're ripping, Max.
Fast Max is gonna finish
1
out in front
second
here.
off.
Bumper is gonna
Or
finish in
2,
second.
technically.
There was
Which
a
is
gap
why
in
you
between the
need to
top
come
gate
to
there.
these Thursday races. People thought I was talking shit about you last race. You
Damn.
left. Bumper said that I was talking shit. Oh,
Yeah, I have no faith in Max whatsoever.
But Max, I've been talking you up to these guys.
Cameron, you too.
Well, don't do it too much, because then if I go and then I just get smoked, then...
No, I've just been telling them that you're a new pro class guy.
Max, what did you run that time?
1 minute and 31 seconds, so 91.
You're close. You're close.
Yeah, I think, what was my fastest lap on that one?
You were at 29 that time?
29.6.
Good race there, Bumper.
Damn, you guys are moving.
Wait, who was the race against on that one?
So Miller, you were up against Bumper that time. Peep, you were up against Carpenter.
Thank the Lord.
That's why I wasn't too upset when you when you had that little crash there. I was like, I mean,
the long game.
He's like he's playing the long game.
all
Wait,
right,
can you spectate my quad right now?
No. Not
Can you
unless you're
see
physically
if
flying.
Can you see if the top enthusiast time is into the pro class
I
category?
don't know how this is possible, but I literally went through the
It is,
top
yes.
of this gate.
Crash's
I
time
can't do
was right up there with the pro class guys.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Nobody else is gonna hit the problem that I hit. That's almost impossible to hit. Oh well.
What are you guys talking about?
That little gap when you dive out of the tubes?
No, it's when you before there's a blue-green switch around
Yeah.
In the basement.
in the basement.
Well, ground
The
floor.
door
whatever.
that you go into that basement.
Yeah.
There's a tiny gap
Wow.
above the gate below the door frame.
On the inside.
Oh, I see it.
Do you see what I'm talking about? I
Yeah, it's
somehow
super
hit it.
small.
On the inside corner.
Wait, where?
That's
where
some
is
pro
it?
class right there.
Well, and I hit it quick. Like it was.
Yeah, I
it was
see you up in there
moving through.
now.
Wait, where is it?
It didn't count the gate.
In
door
the in the
inside?
blue green gate
Nobody's
room.
gonna hit it, dude. I swear.
Wait, where is it? I wanna see
Okuru,
this.
Slippy, and Fritz, are you guys good to go with your heat?
Steve, where is this?
Oh wait, did I miss my heat, Steven?
You can
No.
spec him.
Wait, yes.
You
no?
can spec
No.
Slippy.
No, okay.
Where's Slippy?
The whole framing looks like it's floating like an inch off the ground.
That's so weird.
The door when you come out of the green?
Sorry,
Spacebar, spec, peep.
sorry.
I finally
Okuru,
did it.
Okuru,
It's not
Slippy, and
letting me.
Fritz, you guys are good to go.
It's not
Yeah.
letting me be.
Yep.
Okay.
Bumper, what were you talking about for my time?
I was just asking how far into the pro class it is. Like
How would you check that?
130, 131, or 132 was his fastest time so far.
so that
Can you-
puts him like third in the pro class, right?
Are we? Crap.
Hey, there's people racing.
Shh. I didn't realize it. I was specking
Oh fuck.
you, Steven.
Can we restart for
You-
Fritz, please?
You guys mind?
That's fine.
Okay. All right, so rerunning this heat here.
Thank you.
It's an unlikely spot for anybody to hit. I just somehow
Slippy's gonna collide with that last gate in the barrel
perfectly
roll
hit
there
the
and let
tiniest
Okuru get out
gap
in
you could
front.
possibly hit.
You can
It's like-
totally fly under all those walls though. If you skid the ground, you
Oh, but
can
I was on top of the gate.
on top.
It was like
Yeah.
a 2-inch gap, basically like a 2-3 inch gap.
Oh, I thought it was at the bottom because all the frames open at the bottom.
Bumper spec. Can you spec me?
Slippy is out
No,
in
you
front
can't.
here.
Or does it just show me being like sitting still?
Through the slaloms here, he is on gate 1.
I can only get to the people that are racing.
Okay.
So he's gonna collide with that last gate there. Let's see if Okuru. Ooh, yep, that's gonna give Okuru time to gain some ground here. FPV Fritz making his way around to the end of the track here. Slippy's gonna get overtaken by Okuru through the blue trail there.
I can't even
Okuru
root
now
for one
coming
of
out
these
of that
guys.
second room. Through the tri-gate
Sure,
into the
man.
ascent and into the inverted split S here. Let's watch as
Oh, he
Okuru
goes
makes his
right.
way up. He did go right apparently. Got Okuru now on lap 3. Slippy hot on his trail. Ooh, Okuru's going to collide with that middle gate and give Slippy a chance to overtake. Let's see if it'll be enough for Slippy to keep this lead and let Okuru come home in second place. FPV Fritz making his way through the tri-gate over there, lap 2.
Steven, you're not muted.
Okuru took it back. He doesn't have to be muted. Oh, see, Okuru, you took the correct path that time.
Okuru now through the slalom, Slippy
Yeah, it
down
just
into
depends
the
on how I feel when
slaloms
I'm
as
going
well.
through.
So that's going to be Okuru just barely edging out Slippy there by
You
2
guys
seconds.
had a good race. You guys were neck and neck, back and forth.
Sorry, guys. Awesome racing. My bad.
Fritz, you still don't know the track, do you?
Not really, no.
I just noticed that.
I'm like, yeah, I keep turning right when I go through that stupid thing. But yeah, it's bad. Sorry, guys. I'm super slow
Hey
today.
Fritz, he spent a lot of time putting the dots down on the floor.
Yeah.
If you
Shut
try to
up,
watch
Bumper.
them, they really help.
I don't know if that was sincere or dick.
No, I know the
He
blue
really
one.
did. He spent a ton of time on those dots.
No, hey, dots are important.
I like dots.
I don't think anyone else has been working on Tiny Whip Go tracks, but there's no gate indicators right now.
They just implemented that.
Did they put it in?
Yeah, it's an update, and you can either hit F2 or there's a little landing pad that you can go on, and it will click it for you. And then each gate just lights up.
Oh, okay. That's been
Pretty
in
neat.
for a little bit.
So that
yeah,
heat
that was
we
really
had,
annoying on you couldn't see the gates in Tiny Whip Go.
we had Okuru
Yeah.
fly in against Jimmy there. And so Okuru took that point, and then Slippy's going to take the point over Fritz for that heat. Moving into the next round, we have the remaining 4 pilots for the enthusiast heat. It's going to be Trim, Sour Power, Dr. Ride, and Crash.
Trim Kang.
Trim
I know
Kang.
you're fast, dude. Get your shit down. Come on.
He's
You
going
can
to
do
try.
this. And so can Sour Power.
Are you pilots ready to go?
For both of you.
Peep, you're being mean right now.
What?
Ah, shit. Hold on. Fuck.
Kidding, kidding, kidding.
Can you start that over?
Can we get a false start?
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
that's fine.
Okay.
It's probably because I'm talking and apparently being mean.
I'm kidding.
Somehow
I'm kidding.
Sour Power.
Crash.
Somehow Sour Power is in first and second
you.
on my screen.
You're calling
Crash,
him the
is
wrong
that
name.
seriously how you're hitting that second gate?
Okay.
You're getting disqualified.
Hey, so Trim, Sour Power, Crash, and Ride. You 4 pilots are good to go, right?
Yes.
Crash, you sneaky bastard.
I heard 2.
I'm ready.
That's 3.
Good.
Okay. Here we go, guys. So it's going to be Crash FPV taking the whole shot with Sour Power right behind him. Sour Power and Crash nice and clean through those barrel rolls there. Trim and Dr. Ride battling it out for 4th place, back and forth there. Crashing up with a pretty decent lead over Sour Power here. Let's get over to this camera here so we can see Crash and Sour Power as they make their way around. Now into the red trail here. Crash decides to go middle. Sour Power also goes through the middle there. Crash now onto lap 2. Let's check in with Sour Power. Onto lap 2 as well. Let's go in camera with Dr. Ride. Still relatively new to the simulator. This is his 3rd race
I
with
hit
us. Nice and clean through the barrel roll there. Very
That
smooth.
blinky cone is a nice touch.
Classy.
Dr. Ride known
Right
in
here?
the Colorado
Yeah.
community. I
Gives you something
do.
to look at while you hit the wall.
Ride making his way into the gate here, the
Oh, come on.
the first door gate, up and
Gotta do
over
one every
the
time.
gate in the middle. Coming around
Where's
into the
blinky
tri-gate.
cone?
Swap over to Trim's point of view as he makes his way through the split path here, up into the red gate to the slalom. Here's Sour Power. Let's watch Crash as he finishes out his 3rd lap here. making his way into the middle choice. I believe everybody has settled on the middle option for the paths that they choose to take.
Quarantine yourself. More like weed Rona.
Played myself there.
Number Rona.
That's going to be Crash finishing out his third lap there. Sour Power now coming around to finish out lap 3 as well. Trim out in front of Dr. Ride into the split path here. He chooses to take the middle as well. Up into the slaloms. Let's see if Dr. Ride chooses the middle path as well. He does. Curious to know if there are any pilots who are still choosing to take the door. Thank you again to our sponsors for tonight's racing. The other guys, Colorado Drone Racing, Remote Control Hobby, Smoky Hill, and CBD Janes. Nice. So in that one we had...
Good job, guys.
Crash over Ride and Sour Power over Trim. Sour Power and Crash take home a point for this round. And we're moving into round 4 of the advanced class here. Keep Bumper. This is Miller's bye round. MP Miller. My apologies. I keep shorthanding it on my Google Sheets thing here, and then I just read what I see. So next round, Peep, you're actually going to be
How do I get out of spectator? I'm sorry.
Hit S. Right now, there you go. I had to put you in first, though. The S as in snake key. Carpenter and Cameron. Alrighty, so Cameron FPV, Peep FPV, and Bumper, are you 3 good to go?
Yes.
Yep.
Peep's good.
Alrighty. Here we go, guys. Race is starting in 5. I can't see the whole shot, but it's going to be Bumper coming through in front. Cameron's going to take that lead from Peep and Bumper, though. Bumper collided with the first gate, it looks like, so he's into gate 2 now. Peep and Cameron battling it out for first place. Cameron's going to collide with that little hook there, or the horn there, hanging out from the... from the ceiling of that building that's collapsed, and it's going to give Peep an opportunity to get out in front. Peep now through to the slalom. Cameron FPV hot on his trail. Let's see if he can open up the throttle and get this ground back. Got Bumper now out to the slalom as well. Peep already into the split S. Cameron into the split S. There's Bumper into the barrel roll. Cameron slowly gaining on Peep FPV. Oh, as soon as I say that, he's going to collide with the wall there and give Peep an opportunity to get out in front. Looks like Peep had a little bit of trouble with that middle gate though, so he's going to let Cameron catch back up with him.
Oh shit, dude, I have to go through the door.
Cameron now out in front, just barely though. Peep and Cameron back and forth here. Cameron still taking it. Peep now, as the pilots both go into lap 3. Bumper coming out to the slalom. He's going to come up to finish out lap 3 here.
Got me on this one, Cameron.
Cameron FPV way out in front now. Peep in the middle of the basement room there. Let's go in cam with Cam.
Uh-oh.
Through the slaloms for him. Boom. That's going to be Cameron taking home the point for this one over Carpenter. So what it really comes down to is Peep and Bumper here. And it looks like Bumper is back out in front of Peep. Oh, he is. He's going to take that point over Peep.
Restart?
Yeah, I saw that. That was far.
Oh, crap.
You had a lot of good, really, like, recoveries in the first 2 laps.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, that restart on that last lap was way far back.
Where'd it put you?
Dude, Peep,
What was that
Peep,
on?
I was on the underneath the 3 split where you have the decision to go through the door or not.
Oh yeah, is it because I didn't hit another gate yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there weren't any more gates yet until you go through the roof.
Oh Jesus, that is a long
Oh.
So
Yeah.
where it starts you back is at the
Way
exit.
right here, yeah.
The gate before you even go into those rooms.
Oh.
Oh, that one hurt. That's okay. I mean, I crashed. Good
Well,
race, Bumper.
That was an
happened to me.
oversight on my part.
Because I know that was between Bumper and I. Well, I mean, it's a crash. You know, it's a penalty.
Thank you for being a good
Everybody
sport about
should
it.
try
It's
to-
not your fault that I crashed.
Oh.
Everybody should try to spiral that blue-green gate. It's good,
Yeah, it's a little faster.
practice for the GQ.
If you run AZ week 2, I think, or week 4, I'll have to throw out some good courses to you guys to let you know which ones you should look at leaderboard times and try to race them, because the ones that the AZ group has been doing has a whole bunch of leaderboard times, and there's one with a gym or a playground in the middle of the gym, kind of, and it has those kind of spiral gates at them.
Nice.
Where you actually
Yeah.
have to.
So Okuru, Fritz, and Trim, are you guys good to go?
Yeah.
Give me just a sec.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's 4 or 5.
That was Bumper over Peeps.
Yes. Cameron and over Carpenter, and then Bumper over Peep.
Yep.
Steven, do you use blinds when you are making these courses?
That was all luck, peep.
Oh,
Mm.
well,
Fritz, no.
You were into the last 3 gates or something.
I made a lot of mistakes.
No, I don't think that I do, because I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Oh man,
You can-
it's so much easier to put down cones and stuff and line up everything.
Oh,
if you use blinds.
the lines of cones, you mean?
No, like
the lines where you can space stuff evenly on them.
No, you can drop stuff. You make the track first with the splines. They're just lines in the editor.
Mm-hmm.
So you pick the lines and you make your course, and then whenever you drop a gate or an object, it lines itself up with the course since you've already made
With
the.
the line.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That's a good
Gotcha.
idea.
it's
I think
it's a little tricky,
Steven's
but
new to working on tracks and Velocidrome.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
look
pretty
at
good
those
so
some of
far.
those videos. Look at the like YouTube videos, and the guy talks about using them.
Oh,
It's
Ashley
sure.
does a great job of doing tutorials.
And thank you again to
Yeah,
the sponsors,
it's
by the way. The other
really-
guys, Colorado Drone Racing,
the English guy.
Remote Control Hobby,
Yeah.
Smoky Hill, and CBD Janes.
And it is a guy.
Okuru, good to go?
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. Trim and Jimmy? Or, sorry, Trim and Fritz?
Yep.
Cool.
He's definitely bullied in high school. Ashley.
Here we go.
No, Ashley is I always thought I was a girl, and I was like, why is a girl like the lead developer? And then I realized, god damn, I'm a sexist. Just kidding.
So that is Trim out in front now, but Okuru's going to overtake him through the barrel roll there.
I'll be here all night.
FPV Fritz coming around
Come on, bro. It's 2020.
in
those
second
jokes-
place here.
God, why do I keep
Yeah,
calling
it's
it that?
2020, which is why I can't even make those jokes anymore, dude.
I know.
Okuru now through the
Unless
tri-gate
it's
here.
like FPV squad.
Let's watch him as he heads down to the hallway. He's going to go through the middle section there. Up into the slalom. Let me drop the brightness on this some so we can get a better feel for what's going on here. Keep in mind, folks, we will be using Hydra eventually, probably within the next 2 races or so. And I'll give the viewers at home an opportunity to spend some time on the streams and gain some points for the Hydra app by betting and placing the pilots in
I do
an
like
order.
Okuru's acro for that turnaround, or it's not a turnaround.
The little thing in the bottom.
Yeah, in the basement.
Yeah.
The weird spirally thingy.
Yep.
Well, do you mean the
It
2
is
gates right
faster.
next to each other?
I guarantee that a good acro pilot, yeah, the 2 next to each other.
Gotcha.
A good acro pilot on this track, well, maybe I should say a fantastic acro pilot.
I was about to say.
Yeah, because there are people in here that are good acro pilots. I'm not trying to.
Perfect.
A solid
That's a
acro
Kuru
pilot.
out in front. He's gonna take the
God
lead
damn it,
here.
dude.
Perfect. A perfect acro pilot.
A perfect acro pilot.
Trim making his way through the tri
A
gates here.
perfect acro on this track.
We do
versus
have
a
FPV
perfect,
Fritz on lap 3, so he is
angle
catching
mode.
up to these guys. So he's learning the
Acro,
track a
yeah.
little bit
Acro
better.
should win. Yep. Just because of a couple spots where you can shave off a second.
But the physics of acro and then tiny loop world is pretty different than acro, say, on a 5-inch, just because of the.
And here comes FPV Fritz into the basement
yeah,
here.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Ooh, cute little 360 over the.
So I have a
the two
question.
gates
Do
at the
the
bottom.
advanced quad settings carry over? Like, I can see my
They
settings
carry
on the
over, but
screen.
they don't matter in angle mode.
Wait, are you talking about which ones are you talking about? Not the
Well,
advanced settings.
I don't want to give any.
The,
I don't want to give away any race secrets.
Do you mean?
But like anything under the wrench, does that carry? Is that in play
under
right
the
now?
wrench?
Yeah, that just carries.
For sure.
Like-
Yes.
Like I'm running profile 3 for the propeller profile.
Oh.
Is that in effect?
Microphone too, because I don't know the difference.
Oh, you got to run some speed tests, bro. You got to get into the race mode.
Does anybody know what it really is?
Profile
Max, are
1's
you-
the fastest.
Well,
which
alright, Max is the fastest pilot here. Max, are you doing anything special with change quad settings, the wrench?
I haven't touched that. Actually, wait. Let me see what's in there.
I mean, there's really.
Besides your camera angle and your camera mix angle, are you touching anything?
Nope.
Yeah, see, I'm not
And-
touching anything.
And looking at the settings, really, the
just so
drag
that-
Wait,
is.
what's the camera mix angle? I haven't messed with that.
We had a whole talk about that, like, in
Yeah, that was a. I
We
blocked
did
it
have
out
a
too, but
discussion about that. Max, what camera angle are you running?
40,
Bumper, what were
What's
you
your
gonna say about the
camera
pros?
mix angle at?
20.
Okay, well, it's already where it's supposed to be.
Bumper, what were you
You
saying?
kind of want to keep your camera mix angle at half of what your camera angle is to keep a consistent feel.
Okay.
So that heat we had Okuru take the point over Fritz, and Trim takes the point over Jimmy. In this next round we have Crash, Slippy, Dr. Ride, and Sour Power. Let me get them in here. Bumper, what were you saying about the profiles?
Okay, good race, Adam. He's running propeller
was
profile
fastest.
3.
I was lying. I'm running 1 because it's like 2 miles per hour faster. And I'm running like no weight, and I'm running no drag. So if it actually is in effect, I'm cheating as much as possible.
Seriously.
Gotcha.
Then why aren't you winning?
Listen, bitch.
Shots fired.
Listen.
No, I'm being serious.
No,
If
I mean,
it's
that
that
was-
much of a cheat.
That's why I wasn't gonna say. I was gonna say I don't know that it's as big of a deal, because there are other pilots that are like
Well,
a
and
minute and
I
a
do
half
wonder,
for
though.
laps.
I mean, 'cause you,
And Max, are you running no drag and low weight? You said you didn't change
I'm
anything
actually
there.
running
touching anything about
Yeah.
camera
So I
angle.
think what that really comes down to is just preference and flight feel.
And to be honest with you, I'm not willing
You
to.
do
keep
go
the-
way faster
the
speed.
real quad field.
Drag all the way down.
What's up,
Oh,
Slippy?
well, I have my drag
I
at
want to be able to
100%.
say what translates to my
I'm gonna
real-
leave it there. That's what I've been running.
Yeah.
God,
100%.
Slippy's talking.
I'm just saying that want to make sure that these settings are real life enough that they translate into flying skills. So I'm not going to cheat anything. I've been thinking about it, but
Yeah.
stopping to wait.
Yeah, I'd rather have it be accurate to my real life flying than anything else.
And when we're in
With that.
when we're in single,
wow.
you can't change those settings, right? They're locked.
We can change them now because we're in open.
Open, right? But so on the other tracks where they're shorter and the battery life thing doesn't really have as much of an effect, it won't be an issue.
Yeah.
Well, but here's the thing. So in change quad settings, right? You can turn your battery emulation on if you want to.
Right.
Which when you're free flying, you have to hit like R or
Crash.
something to get your battery back.
Sorry, Pete. Just a second. Crash, Slippy, Ride, and Sour Power. You guys good to go?
Good to go.
All right.
Ready?
Okay. That was 3, I think.
I mean, like if you did you need one more for that?
Yeah.
No.
Let's see what happens here. Pretty sure I heard everybody, but some of them came through at the same time because of the timing delay. Yeah, everybody's up. So Crash
Lowering the
FPV is
drag
out
makes
in
it
the
feel more
front
realistic to
there.
me. I just lowered it and it feels better. It feels more like a whoop.
If you're just tuning in, we're having discussion about drag and
didn't notice much of a difference.
changing
I
those
just
settings and if
trusted
they
it.
have any impact on
Would you lower
the
all of the
pilots.
drag?
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, I don't know if maybe it's just mental or something, but it definitely feels like it moves better.
I'm worried about messing with any of that to make it feel too unrealistic.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get tuned in to something that's not what it's really feeling like. Because the whole reason I do this is so that I can be better in real life.
That's what I mean. It feels more like
Right?
my whoop for sure. Like
Are you flying brushed or brushless?
brushless.
Huh.
I'm flying brush. I had to totally switch and commit to this.
I mess with that a lot. In flow state, Tim's got some settings that are similar, and it's a give and take. So if you lower the drag way down, then you wash out of the turns more because there's no drag to turn on.
Oh yeah.
So it's definitely like a pilot feel when you tune those things.
Oh,
come
that's
on.
a good point.
It doesn't really make you much faster per se. It just is tuning the feel.
Yeah.
Yep, I just messed with my tuning page and my camera angle, but I don't touch anything else in advanced or in quad settings. I mean, cause you can change your, oh, you can't change your propeller pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you could turn it up. I was just gonna try that.
So that's going to be Crash coming through to finish
I
out his
think
heat with a
profile-
139.
Trying to put up 40
Profile,
on
you'd
this
have
thing.
to look up what the difference is there.
Sour
Yeah,
Power now coming in with a
propeller profile
153 and
maybe.
Slippy
Yeah, because when
making
you
his way
change that, you
through
don't get to
the,
see anything
the
else
Tri-Gate
change,
over
but
here.
I wonder what the difference is.
One is like 36
Going down the hallway.
miles an hour. Two is like 34 or 33, and one was like, I mean, and three was
And 3,
uh
lower.
a little lower. Yeah, it just seemed like more aggressive and less
Nice
top
clean
end
lap,
kind of
Slippy.
thing.
So
I
you
don't know.
think Profile 1 has the top speed?
That's what I think. That's what I'm running.
Yeah, so 1 is the highest pitch.
No, but you can't change the pitch.
Well, maybe that's what those profile things do.
I don't know
Propeller
if the
size
pitch. I don't know if
pitch
the
is where you
pitch.
would- where you would
I'm
change
just looking
that.
at the MPH on the top right and
Yeah, yeah.
flying.
So if more pitch
find
is more
different
miles per
profiles.
hour, but less control.
Huh.
I'm flying them right now. They're pretty smooth.
Y'all are scaring me. I'm not touching it.
No,
I'm not touching it.
bro.
So that heat we had first and second take the points there. So Crash FPV took the point over Slippy, and then Sour Power took the point over Dr. Ride.
Good job, guys.
So this
We
is
have our
the
stuff dialed in.
this is the last scheduled advanced round, and then we have the head-to-head between Cam and Peep to make up for earlier.
Can
many
Pete
more,
take a peep break? A pee break?
Thanks for the
You're
warning.
up right
Well, I
now.
just suddenly had to pee.
Can you wait for the end of this one, or do you need to go like right this second?
God damn it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Pee all over these racers.
I remember.
It'll make you fly faster.
I was gonna say I've
Yeah.
read that it helps you make better decisions in
good.
split-second situations. But here we go.
Test it.
And very jittery.
Wait, who's all flying? Just run it through real quick.
The 4 advanced ones.
Okay.
Fast Max is out in front with Cameron FPV hot on his tail
See what
here.
happens when I have to pee?
I can tell Max is giving me this one. He's giving me way too much room. Don't do that to me, Max.
That's what you think.
Max, you're undefeated if you're giving him something.
Don't.
Max
just
isn't giving
give
it to him. He's too competitive for that.
I don't think that he
Oh,
is.
okay, yeah,
Cameron.
see, he just took me right there. He definitely gave it to me for that whole first lap, and now he's turning it on.
Maybe he just wanted to give you a little handicap.
Little handy.
Would have mattered anyway. Our round already happened.
Or a handy.
We don't judge here.
We
Yeah,
don't
that's
judge
fine.
here.
As long as you don't cuddle after.
Damn, Bumper.
As long as you got
Is that the
Sancho, it's
rule?
fine.
Yeah, it's the rule.
Cameron, you're flying pretty good right now.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I'm watching.
Probably only said pretty good.
Ooh. I'm watching Bumper because I
That was
realized
good.
I haven't been in camera with any of the
Good
pilots
direction.
that are flying acro yet tonight.
A lot of pressure for Bumper then.
Just sweat profusely from the upper brow.
This must be a race against Max.
Oh. Well, Grant, he
That's pretty close. That was pretty close.
yeah, but he was holding back that whole first lap. I know that for a fact. There's no way just me alone was holding up to him that
You
whole
probably
time.
hit something, dude.
No, he didn't.
Oh. Oh fuck.
I think I saw him have something go wrong after he goes in that
Bumper, I think you
round.
did you miss
Yeah.
the gate?
What?
Yeah, that must have happened.
What just happened
'Cause I
there?
just saw you. Bumper somehow missed the gate because we hit that finish line at like the same time, but he missed something before it.
Oh, that sucks.
It looked like it was the gate before the slaloms. Since that wasn't,
I
he didn't
wasn't paying attention. I missed a gate way back.
back before the right before the slaloms, right? The one up top. It was gate
I think
27.
It was the first slalom gate.
You were stuck on gate 27 for a while.
Sorry, the second slalom gate. So the one on the right, it didn't count me.
Okay.
I went
Stop
perfectly
flying so
down
high,
there.
bro.
I'm just kidding.
He got a miss on something because he was right there too.
Well, I'm trying to figure out if it was one of the slaloms, because if it was a slalom and he just missed it, then sorry. But if it was one of the gates where it just
Oh,
didn't
it was
count
me.
him,
I
or
missed it.
okay,
That one wasn't between Bumper and I, so it doesn't matter.
was it not? It was not. That was the one against MP
Cars.
Miller for Peep. So yeah, MP Miller's gonna take the point on that one, and then Cameron FEV is gonna take the point over Bumper on that one.
Sorry, Bumper.
Clear winner in this one.
Alright, can I pee before I race Cameron?
Yeah, that's not gonna be for 2 more rounds.
And so is that it for whoever was in that heat?
So everybody from the advanced class has run. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. I think I'm gonna take off, but nice flying to all you guys. It was fun.
Good
job,
job,
Max.
Max.
Good stuff, Max.
Nice job.
See
Maybe
you
don't
guys.
maybe don't hold back on me next time.
See you guys on Tuesday.
Yeah.
man.
See, man.
I mean,
One more enthusiast round?
we have 2 more enthusiast rounds. Well, okay, so
Oh, so
4
one and then-
4 more races total.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got Okuru, Trim, Crash, and Fritz in this one. Fritz. Are those 4 pilots ready to go? Okuru, Trim, Crash, and Fritz?
Yep.
Ready?
Okay.
Ready?
Okay, Crash.
Yep.
Alrighty, here we go. Thank you again to the sponsors for tonight's race. The other guys, Colorado Drone Racing, CBD Janes,
Crap.
and Remote Control Hobbies, Smoky Hill. Looks like Crash FPV is out in front, followed closely behind by Okuru here. Trim and Fritz working on 3rd and 4th. Fritz still making his way through the barrel roll here. Fritz, don't forget to cut left through the window.
Thank you. I almost went right again.
I could see you
My
starting to yaw just a little bit.
My brain's just not right now with this. I don't know why.
Uh-oh. That's the lap. Yep, that's it.
Ooh, Okuru is out in front of Crash here. Looks like Crash is up against Trim in this heat, though.
Mega hit. Jesus. Please?
Ooh, Bumper with a fast lap for the night. 29.996 earlier on that one.
Woohoo!
I
Way to
mean,
go, Bumpy Boo.
yeah, woohoo.
It's funny. I was on my phone posting a picture of a good lap and said consistency is key.
Not that Jacksepticeye's speed is key, but consistency is key.
I think I might be the only one that gets that reference, Cameron.
I appreciate that.
I mean, Max might have understood it, but he's gone.
Yeah, I was about to say if Max was here, maybe.
What'd you guys say?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
What is that, like some Harry Potter thing or something?
Ooh, ooh, ooh. We got a close race between Crash and Okuru here. Crash and Okuru both making their way up to the start. So Crash is gonna just barely edge out Okuru by less than a full second.
Nice job, guys.
I shouldn't have said anything until it's over. I'm sorry, guys.
I only hear Slippy when he laughs.
You hear how the subject changed though?
Yes, sir. Got Trim in front of FPV Fritz here.
Crew, how many times did you crash?
Trim making his way down into the start finish. That's going to be third place for Trim. Let's see. This is the round where Trim was racing Okuru. So we have Crash taking a point over Trim. I'm sorry, Crash taking a point over Fritz. Now Okuru taking a point over Trim.
Yo.
How many times did you crash?
I don't think I. Oh, 2.
Nice.
I think Crash was asking you. Ironic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Crash trash.
EQ.
Disqualified.
I mean, Trash Crash?
We've all been disqualified at some point tonight. I just haven't been on top of it.
We have totally all been
I have not
disqualified.
yet.
All right.
It's assuming anybody's qualified in the first place.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Do you have the ability to stream Jackbox? Do you have Jackbox?
I do not have Jackbox.
Ugh. I wish I could stream my Switch. I have like all the latest ones.
I don't like the sound of that app whatsoever.
Jackbox.
What, you don't
Yeah,
want
I
to
don't
stream
know.
it?
There was an old game show or a board game called You Don't Know Jack, and they made a
He
a-
knows
a group
stars.
of party games, and they call it the Jackbox.
It was a PC game way back.
There were a ton of them actually. There were probably about 30 different You Don't Know Jack games, and I probably
There were
played them all.
a ton.
I
Yeah.
remember those.
They were
And
fun.
they
too.
were politically incorrect trivia games.
Yeah.
Politically
It was really
incorrect.
good interaction. It was almost like you were on a game show.
No, and there still is. And what they've done now is if someone hosts it, all you need to play is your phone.
Nice.
Yeah, only one
And you just
person
go
needs to have the game.
Jackbox.tv. Well, I have it, but I can't stream my Switch.
Gotcha.
So
Hey, Steven.
What's up?
Is it possible we could run me and Peeps round right now, or is there a race going on?
There's one more before you.
Okay, so there's just one more race then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So we've got Dr. Ride, Slippy, Sour Power in this heat. Dr. Ride, Slippy, and Sour Power. Are you guys good to go?
Good to go.
Do you guys think it's weird there's 2 doctors and a lawyer here?
Alrighty.
And a brother.
And a sir.
I'm also an astronaut, but they don't have a title for that one.
Yeah, I think it's astronaut.
The Space Force is gonna
Yeah, but-
call their people troopers.
True,
that
like,
true?
would they be like, I don't know, maybe like a Starship Trooper, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Dude, yeah.
You know, I asked my commander about that. He's like, yeah, they probably took it from that.
Well, Starship Troopers is fucking
That first
awesome.
one's so good.
Don't you see Denise Richards naked?
We've got Slippy out in front of Dr. Ride.
I don't know about
This is a race
that, but-
between
No, it's
Sour
the
Power
other
and
girl.
Slippy, so it looks like Sour Power might take the point on this
She looks
one.
like Denise Richards.
You would need to make a couple of big errors for Slippy to be able to gain this ground back.
We haven't heard from Okuru since practice, but he pipes up about Denise Richards.
Yeah, it's the other chick that's the girlfriend. Denise Richards is like the friend.
You're right. It is the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Sour Power now making his way around to the end of the track here. He's about to finish out his heat. Oh, it was not his heat, his lap. My apologies. That was lap 2 for him. He's on lap 3 now. He's going to have problems with that 4th gate and the barrel roll there. Dr. Ride and Slippy now still back to back coming through the end of the track here into the barrel roll themselves. Dr. Ride's going to miss that the first ring. Gives Slippy an opportunity. Nice and clean from Slippy. Very nice, Slippy. Dr. Ride now coming around through the orbit. Gaining on Slippy here. Slippy's going to collide with the first gate of the U-turn in the window there. Sour Power, no surprise, still out in front. He's been clean this whole lap. Here he comes to finish on his race. Minute 55, 4:36 for Sour Power. Let's see. Let's go in cam with Dr. Ride and see if he can catch up with Slippy here. He still sees the trail. Dr. Ride a little bit higher through there. He's going to come around the corner. And that's going to be Slippy taking it there. Nice job, guys. That was seriously good flying from all three of you.
Hey, you know what is great about those barrel roll cylinder things?
Mm-hmm.
Is crashing into that thing at the end is the only redeeming part of just being able to send it into there on the last lap and being like,
They're like, ah, fuck you.
I'll have to go through the next one. Now you're like, damn, I was only 2 laps.
Dude, I did that with Max in practice. I was ahead of him, and I just went.
You thought you were done.
Smash into that gate. I thought I was done.
All right, so we have Cameron and Peep.
Jelly rolls.
We have Cameron and Peep running their race from the first round. Does anybody? Well, first of all, let me ask them. Peep and Cameron, can other people fly with you, or do you guys want it to be a strict head-to-head?
Your call, Peep.
Yeah, let them run head-to-head.
Other people can fly if they want to.
Okay.
But I'll take head-to-head also.
Would anybody else like to fly?
What are you guys running for frame of view?
Can I fly against them?
Field of view.
Is that Crash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Crash.
Let's put you in there.
Crash,
Let's
Crash?
yeah, actually, yeah, this is a really good idea. Let's see how this is. Hey, I'm not racing. I don't have to worry about getting DQ'd.
I can
Yeah,
just be
let's
like
get-
a
let's get
slow-moving
Crash in
obstacle.
No, Crash is fast on this track, man.
No, I mean if I was racing.
All right, so in this one right now, I have Cameron FPV, Crash FPV, FPV Fritz, and Peep FPV. Anybody else want to get in on this before I run it? Going once, going twice, sold to those 4 pilots. Here we go, starting it up.
I'm speculating.
I gotta get out of the unicorn fog. I'm falling.
Cameron FPV now out in front. Peep FPV hot on his trail.
Oh shit.
Ooh, Peep FPV. And Crash FPV now.
No. Oh, where am I going?
Cameron FPV still out in front here. Crash FPV and Peep FPV now battling it out for second and third place. Crash FPV, a new pilot to the simulator. Says he's only been flying for about 6 weeks. Peep FPV collided with a gate there at the beginning, so he's going to end up letting Cameron take this one. Cameron FPV now out into the beginning of the barrel roll for lap 2. Ooh, Crash FPV giving Cameron FPV a run for his money here.
Well,
It's catching Cameron.
Oh,
yeah.
That's one for
This is
second.
a race between 2 other people now.
no, no, no! I don't know what's happening. I was just laughing and dying.
Oh no! Oh, come on.
You're so excited that it got to you.
Hey, Cameron. Damn it! Dude, I hit like.
I could have had him. I could have had him.
No, I mean, hey, you beat me.
Focus.
You beat me. I'm not contesting that. I hit walls. It's part of losing.
Well, I saw a crash for a split second. I freaked out, man.
Good race, Cam.
Yeah,
You can end it. You don't have to wait for me to finish, Steve. If you wanna.
All right. So we're halfway through the series, and
Okay.
I'm feeling like we need to find a way to realign some of the pilots here.
Ah.
Well, you can figure that out off stream.
Yeah. That's something I can do in my free time. So just keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for that notification.
Just go to the Bribe channel under Discord.
Under my Discord, yeah. There's a.
I do think Crash is ready to move
Bribe
up, I'll
chat.
say that.
What'd you say?
You
You're
crash
ready
the
to
space
move
with me,
up.
dude. He's ready to move up.
Yeah, you need to move up, but we have to figure out how to make that fair.
It's extra fair because he can win the enthusiast class and move up, and then leave somebody else to.
Well, he wouldn't win the enthusiast class anymore.
Real quick before we'll have that conversation in a minute. We got Okuru, Crash, Ride, and Trim. Are you guys ready to go?
Yeah.
In a moment.
Alright, Crash, Ride, Okuru,
Hey, see ya, Cameron.
Trim.
Yeah, I'm heading out.
Later, Cam. Have fun
Yeah.
playing with your friend.
Good
Yeah,
racing.
dude, yeah, great flying, man. I look forward to
ready.
Tuesday.
I'll
I'm
see you
ready.
Tuesday.
See you Tuesday, guys.
Sorry, did I hear you say you were ready?
Ready? I'm ready.
All right,
Says
here we
he's
go,
drinking
guys.
Dr. Pepper, dude.
Let's see. It's gonna be Crash FPV in through the whole shot here. Okuru just behind
This
him.
would be a dope track for like a 2 or 3 inch emulated.
I was asking him if I could try a 5-inch.
Yeah, I tried it on the 5-inch
Well, you can
earlier.
run
It was
5-inch. A couple people tried. Said
That's so
it's a
fun
little
to
bit
watch.
tight.
Yeah.
Freaking Crash best lap.
With the
Crash is
5-inch,
fast,
it
dude.
looks like a Crispy Dave video or something.
Oh, until he hits every single one of those.
No. That hurts. That hurts. No.
Hey, as long as you don't actually crash reset, it doesn't kill you too much.
Got Okuru and Trim now fighting it
Especially
out
not
for
that
second
stupid
place
thing
here.
Straight away that you
Yeah.
hit.
Ooh, Trim's
Oh,
nice
dude,
and
that one hurts
clean
so
straight
bad.
lines through that. He's gonna
Yeah, that was
overtake,
hard to
but
watch.
then
I was
Okuru's
watching
gonna
your,
come back
your
through.
vid while it happened.
So you saw how far back it put me.
Yeah, no, I was
And you're
literally
like,
watching your screen.
"Oh."
Yeah, I was invested. I was invested and that happened. Pretty sad.
No.
Alright, that was clean.
Oh, that was very clean. You hit him tight too. That wasn't.
This is why. This is why,
FPV
boys.
gonna collide with that gate and give Okuru about 5 gates to clean up that deficit a little bit. This is the second to last heat of the evening. That's gonna be Crash FPV taking it home over Okuru. That was the one for those two
Good job,
pilots.
Crash.
31.
Thank you.
Second lap.
Nice, Okuru, 31.
Yeah, 3 laps, 31 seconds.
Heck yeah.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh, there it is. I was clicking on the wrong leaderboard thing, so I couldn't bring this screen up. That's why.
Right, are you flying acro?
I'm flying Horizon.
You're flying Horizon.
Really?
Horizon.
I noticed that some of your tilts were further than what I was used to seeing, so I was wondering about that.
Interesting.
He can
know,
flippy
it's,
floppy.
I don't like angle, and acro seems a little weird, but I wish I could be somewhere between Horizon and acro.
You should try acro at
Turn the
45
strength down.
degree angle, and
All right,
Oh,
You
let's
turn the
set up.
horizon strength down, is that how that works?
45, the camera angle at 45 degrees, or what?
yeah, if you just put the camera at 45 degree angle and the angle mix at 20, it's a good like mathematical zero basically for acro, and it'll feel really balanced.
Fritz, you good to go? I see the other two pilots flying around.
So you said angle at 45, and then
Yeah, I'm
Who's
good.
that?
Alrighty.
And try the angle mix at 20 under the wrench.
who's up right now?
Oh wait, wait a minute.
What?
What's happening? Did we start the race? Or
Not yet, no.
Sorry.
So real quick, before we get into the last heat of the evening, I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. The other guys, Colorado Drone Racing, premier drone racing group out of northern Colorado in the Front Range. You can find their group on Facebook. We also have Remote Control Hobby Smoky Hill, as well as CBD Janes. Both of those organizations you can also find on Facebook. Heading into the last round here, we have Sour Power, Fritz, and Slippy. Oops, sorry guys. Heading into the last round here, we have Sour Power, Fritz, and Slippy. They said they're good to go. Let's double check with those pilots. You guys are good to go for this race?
Good to go.
All right, drop your goggles and show me your thumbs. Going live on the tone in 5. Sour Power is going to take the whole shot through the front of the barrel roll there.
So Bumper, you say to run those angles and then leave it on angle mode?
Pardon me.
No, like if you're gonna switch to full acro, I was just saying that's a good place to start. It's like really neutral.
Okay, so put it in acro and then set it to the angle of 45 and the angle mix it.
And Sour Power still
Yeah,
out
angle
in
mix
front,
it
coming
20.
around the end of lap
And
1
it'll
here.
feel-
Slippy
It'll feel a lot
coming around
like
through the slaloms.
angle mode. As far as what you're
FPV
seeing
Fritz
and what
making
your
his way
sticks
up
are
and
doing,
around, doing
it's
really
just
well
a good
for,
place to start if you're gonna try acro.
Looks like he's trying out a little bit of acro flying there with the conversation that they were having. Maybe prompted him to give it a shot here. Sour Power is still out in front. Looks like he was down at the gate
'cause
down
it
there
seems like on tracks like this,
in the middle, the blue and the green
it's just,
gate,
like, opened
right
up
next to
quite
each
a
other.
bit. Seems like I was
Here comes Slippy through the
like
tri
the
gate
thing's
as well.
fighting you the whole time.
Sour Power
Sour Power's
still out in
running with
front.
goggles. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous of that. That's like full immersion.
Yeah, I might have
It's
to buy a
pretty
cable.
I've
Try
done it
it.
a couple times.
And check on
It's
Amazon. after that.
interesting, but you're more likely to encounter motion sickness.
Slippy now making his
Which
way
goggles are you
around
running?
up in
H2Os.
through the roof of the decrepit, destroyed, dilapidated building. About to lap FPV
And the
Fritz here.
Dominator V3s have
Sour
the
Power
HDMI
has
port
already
on them
lapped
too.
Fritz
It's
at
not a
this
full
point and is
HDMI
up
port,
at the
you have to get a
slaloms
full
here.
converter.
It's a mini.
Into the
HDMI
90
mini.
degree up into the
Yeah.
start finish. That's going to be Sour Power taking this heat. Good job, Sour Power. Slippy now up into the
HCO2.
slalom here. He's going to be coming in
Hey,
second.
Boulder Multi-Rotor just got their TBS order in. So if you
And that's going to be
cross
Slippy coming in
runners
second
or
there. So Sour Power will
Unifies or
take the point over Fritz here.
Tangos, there's
and
all kinds of
Slippy will
crazy
take
stuff
his
just
bye
right
over
here
Jimmy.
in Louisville, Colorado. It just got in last night.
And that
The
is
only
the
thing in
racing
Louisville
for
is melting
tonight.
pot.
Let's take a look
And
here.
Boulder
we have
Multi-Rotor.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm just
So the
kidding.
winner
That's
in the
only-
enthusiast
that's the only
class
time
tonight
I've
was
been to
hands down
Louisville, is
Crash.
for the melting pot.
That's funny. I've lived here for 10 years
With
and
Okuru
we haven't
coming in
done
second
the melting
place.
pot yet.
Dude, you have to go. Have you ever been to one?
It's Sour Power coming in
Yeah,
third.
just not this one.
The little
And for the
tin
advanced
one's really
class, we
cool.
have MP Miller in first place.
It's
Bumper
like
in
an
second
old,
place.
abandoned-
Nope, Cameron in third place,
It was
second
like
place.
it was a
Bumper in third
brothel.
place.
That's
At
funny.
one
And
That's,
point.
Pete in
that's
fourth.
the
And it's
last
haunted.
neighborhood. That was the last neighborhood I lived
Carpenter
in.
with a DNF for the
Littleton?
racing for
Yeah, I
tonight.
went to high school in Allen's Ranch.
How far are you guys from Westminster? I used to live out there.
About 3,000 miles.
Well,
So the standings for
Uh,
tonight, if anybody
40
would like to know.
sure.
Yes.
First place for the enthusiast class was Crash. Second place was Okuru.
Woohoo!
And
Good
third
job,
place
Alex.
was Sour Power.
There we go,
Woohoo!
sour.
In the advanced class, we had Miller with the most points, Cam with the second most
Cameron was
points,
second.
Bumper with the
Bumper
third
with
most
third.
points,
Nice.
and
nice.
then Peep, you also got points, but you just had. Wait, do you have the same as Bumper?
No, I think he should have. Well,
No, you guys are tied with the bye rounds.
Are we still tied?
Yeah, Bumper
which
has
means, which means
1, 2,
Bumper lost to somebody that I beat.
3.
Oh, you're up, Peep.
No, you beat me.
But
Yeah.
I lost to somebody that you beat.
Bumper has 3,
we tied.
and Peep has 3 tonight as well.
Yeah, so we're still tied.
That's crazy.
I
I'm
can't
just
believe
happy
Bumper
to
got
be
a
in the
29.
same
That's
sentence
insane. That's
with
so
you.
fast.
Seriously, Bumper. Where do you think?
29
Where do you think the time difference was? Since you're flying acro.
Consistency.
Well, I mean, like from like the 30 seconds that Max and them were all able to get to the 29. Where do you think the time difference there was? Do you
Well,
think
he
it
hit
was
a
because you were
29
flying
too.
acro? Who did?
Bumper.
No, I know. I think he's the only one that hit a 29 tonight.
No, Max did a 29 in that
Max
safe
did.
picture.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, same,
Yeah,
same,
I got-
same time.
Oh,
got
we
a
just
couple
weren't
20
we just weren't as excited about that because he does that like all the time.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
his were all
Oh.
29 nines or something. I
Okay.
got a 29-2.
That's fast. That's. Yeah, I don't think he did that during the tournament.
Yeah, no, Bumper's thing is he can hit a lap at 29, you know, like we're saying, and then if he crashes, sorry Bumper, but I mean, the same thing happens to me. If he crashes, it's usually back-to-back crashes.
Yeah, you have it's either
these
it's
fucking
either a
pipes.
29 or a 58.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, really, I mean, that's,
I'm the
that's
same
what
way.
happens. You know, if you crash, you get all off your flow and everything, and then you start hitting things you wouldn't hit before.
I swear there's some battery recovery or something when you crash, because you get a burst. I mean, there's no doubt you get a burst for like three gates or something when you come out of a crash. But it
One
also,
thing that would be good on future tracks would be to put a recharge gate in if it's going to be long like that one.
Well, I didn't realize that the battery thing was even in it. Something that, like, nobody has said that they had that during the other races. Obviously, because the tracks were so short.
Because they're short.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So I
It's
get
not letting
why.
me race because I'm flying a 5-inch.
Oh, really?
So even though the race started, the gate indicator was white instead of us. My color.
Oh,
that's-
Okuru.
that's not flying.
Yeah, you're the only. Yeah, there's 8 pilots
Because
and.
in
Yeah, we're done
open
racing,
class,
right?
Yeah.
In open class, you can fly
even in
anything.
open.
It's a little tough, but I'm following somebody.
Couple of those
Oh,
straightaways, you
right.
can bang it out in like a split second. It's
Yeah,
pretty
you-
cool.
You can definitely pass the people up on the straights.
You can like ingest them, you know, because they're tiny whoops.
Ingest them.
Yeah, like eat them up and spit them out.
Do you want to
Yummy.
ingest me?
You can fly through them.
Well, get this real quick.
Is this
Thank you again so much. I'm doing the outro right now. Thank you again so much to everybody who tuned into the stream. At least Miller, I appreciate you letting me know that there was no video. I'm so sorry about that in the first race. Everybody have a great night. I will post the leaderboard tomorrow and get to work on the track for the next race. I am Steven D'Agostino, 43D3D3 with Denver Drone Company with the Indoor Simulator Racing Series. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody. Keep an eye out for announcements on class shifts in terms of whether or not we bump Crash up to advanced, and also keep an eye out for when we start using Hydra for the viewer